Okay, we should be connecting any second now. Christian, I need you to get on that for me. Double check everything's cool.
Yeah. I'm looking at it. I've been in it for a while. There we go. We're on.
We're live? Cool. We're
We're
live.
live.
Mics are hot. Hi, everybody. How's it going? Literal first stream. I can actually say that.
Yeah, it's true.
I've never streamed to YouTube before. This is interesting. Let's see.
Oh, there we are.
Okay, got that. I'm trying to think if I need anything else. Got VLC pulled up for the clip part of the show. Yeah, just got a tweet to let everyone know we're live.
Tweet. Hit that like button, y'all.
Okay, that's good. Now your face is right below my camera. Does that make sense?
Beautiful.
That there.
Uh-oh, we got a visitor.
Hey, can you do the podcast for us? We can't be there. Oh, look, we're both there right when it starts.
Oh, yeah. That's not... Nothing came through. Pull the phone out of your asshole.
Jeff's just here to cause technical issues, so it's still a traditional episode.
Oh, I said about worry. We are already demonetized.
Christian, how could you?
Yeah, my bad. Might be. There's no ads on Twitch. No ads on YouTube.
I'm driving in my van. What's going on?
What are you?
Of course you're
yeah,
driving.
What are you doing?
A classic. Also plays Snap.
Here, I had to get stuff for my trip. I had to get more ball deodorant. What do you mean?
Don't just send you a
Oh my
crate
God,
of that
that's-
with the sponsorship?
Yeah, I was gonna say, don't you just have like an industrial tub, like the dip from Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Yeah, but have you
I got
seen his
industrial
balls?
size balls. I use it all.
Have you
Jesus
seen his
Christ.
balls? His giant balls.
I can
He
honestly
uses that
say
a lot
no,
in this
Christian. I am
I was gonna
not.
say no, I haven't.
Wait, he doesn't send you his balls?
When you guys
pics?
do in Discord in your free time, it's your own business.
Wait,
Okay?
what? Chef told me everybody does that.
I was gonna say, I don't want to put
God damn it.
words in your mouth, but it sounds like something else is in your mouth.
Yeah.
Do the ad, AJ. I don't think we're doing the ad today. So sorry, I'm not gonna talk about
No ads.
shorning my scrotum. you have to tune in another time.
This is on the OnlyFans.
There's nothing quite like a shorn scrotum. It's quite breathtaking. You should try it. Okay.
Unsubscribe. Well, we can't do that in this platform. We're moving to Kick. They let us do whatever the fuck we want there.
Yeah, we're moving to Twitch. Oh, wait a minute.
Value brand Minotti. I prefer to think that I'm what are some of the good value brands? I'm like the Fago Minotti. You ever had Fago?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Shout out to
the
the
good
ICP.
knockoff soda.
It's all right.
Yeah.
The strawberry
We
Faygo
literally
is
talked
like...
about Fago so much on a voicemail dump truck recently.
Oh, really?
Yes, he
Okay, that's
did.
good. Good.
We
See?
talk about the
Mike was
insane
very
Tom Posse, that's
uncomfortable
why?
with it, I think.
Now you know it's not all bullshit.
Let's
talk about the
there we
gigolos.
go.
Oh, this lemon is so good.
Are you just like eating a lemon? What?
No, it's an ice
Yeah,
cream.
this is
That's
lemon
what I
ice cream.
heard. A lemon ice cream. There you go.
Okay. Did I get the last minute? Yes, I did. Cool. So that means if I go back here, we should be good. Need to see.
Hey, you guys hear me?
I'll be at Trader Joe's Minotti. That's good stuff.
So chat show heard that, but you probably didn't. I know
No,
you
I did
didn't
not.
because I'm gonna do a Discord stream so you can hear it and see what I'm doing. Custom. I can't go lower than 720. This will be interesting.
Oh, to hear the thing.
Should I watch this stream?
Oh no.
Jeff,
Yeah.
stop driving and
I mean, if you
retweet
wanna hear the
Shawn's
music-
tweet so people know.
go. All right, that. Yeah, watch the stream, AJ.
Okay.
See, that'll be that one.
Hey, you guys hear me?
Should be able to hear that,
Start
right?
cheering now.
Yep, I hear it. Wow, you're so much better at this than these other two.
Well, guess I'm a professional.
What are you talking about? It's taking forever.
Yeah, but it looks better. I could see him. I could
It
hear
is-
music.
Mike,
and this-
Mike, it is
it's the first time.
9:12. This is like roughly when you guys would start the show, anyways.
It's not started yet.
We're live.
Yeah,
What do you
we're
want
live.
from me?
This is the exciting pre-show.
Oh my god. Okay.
People love the pre-show. They're always clamoring for the
People
pre-show.
die for the pre-show. They love
Yeah,
this shit.
ain't
Yeah.
no way people like right away posting this is when the pre-show ends. The first comment.
All right, last
That
check.
never
Chat.
happens.
Chat. How is everything? How we looking? How we sounding? I know AJ broke up for a second there, but should be fine now. How we doing? As long as we're good. I'm just gonna get rolling.
At least they have audio. We have that going for us on this
Looks
podcast.
fine.
Okay, looking good. Looking good. All right. Ready to
All
roll, AJ?
Yeah, all right, let's do it.
Let me.
Go to the
You're a
recording.
little tall. I can't have you be tall on me.
Oh, sorry, I straightened up.
No,
So
that's
I
like
have good
y- y-
posture.
yeah, the Minotti slouch going on there.
You gain like you gain like 10 inches. I don't know how you. I don't know Imperial, so I made that up.
Close, yeah.
Oh,
1
great.
inch, 10 inches.
We're gonna have to do this a different way, Christian.
Don't
We're
worry
ju-
about it.
we're just gonna have to
it-
download it afterwards.
Yeah, if anything, the podcast version is gonna take a little bit longer.
Yeah, maybe it'll go up tomorrow or something instead. We'll see.
Yeah.
All
yeah,
right.
yeah. All right.
Without further ado, let's get rolling in 5, 4, 3.
Hey, you guys hear me? Start cheering now. Yeah, let's get this over with. Yeah.
Woof woof. Hi, I'm Shawn McDowell, and I am a Nintendog.
Hi, I'm AJ Guy Minotti, and I am a Nintendog.
And we are apparently the last of the Nintendogs. Today, it is episode 100. Woo! And in typical Game Mess fashion, Jeff and Mike are not here to actually do the show. So instead, me and AJ over here, we're going to have a good time with y'all. We're going to celebrate the best moments of Last of the Nintendogs from the past 99 episodes as chosen by the community. We have a little bit of a news segment for the light news week that we had. But first, AJ, how you doing tonight?
Good, John. How you doing, man?
I'm hanging in there. It's been busy. I spent a lot of time getting this show going, a lot of time with other work, and I got other stuff going on. I'm ready to podcast. I'm ready to laugh. We're gonna have a funny show tonight.
Oh yeah, we're just gonna make
I'm
fun
in
of them the whole
Disneyland.
time they're gone. Oh, go away.
Who's
Let
that?
me see
Who's that? Sorry. I think we have someone phoning in from California. Caller, can you please state your name for everybody?
Hi, this is George from California.
Oh god, they're multiplying.
Immaculate.
I thought California was supposed to be like warm. The weather was nicer in Ohio. What is this? It's like,
Cooled off
a
today
ripoff.
too, actually.
Dang.
Oh, that's just a world problem then.
Yes.
Probably not wrong about that. Do we have anyone else calling in right now? No. Good. All right. There's only one
No.
of them right now. We may or may not have someone else calling
He's
in.
driving
later.
his creepy van.
Yeah, he's buying ball deodorant, apparently. I don't know how that works. Anyways, chat, hope you're all doing well. If you have a super chat to send in, which I can see they're already coming in, feel free to send those in. We will get to those at some point in the show, midway or towards the end. Oh,
now
what was
what?
that? Did caller, can you
I
please
used to
identify
like this
yourself?
show. Back when it used to have real Nintendogs on it. What is this?
Yeah, sorry. The real Nintendogs were absent today. They went out to buy some cigarettes or something.
Yeah,
That
Daddy
never
ain't coming
came
back.
back.
I'm going out for some scratchers. You'll never see me again.
Beautiful. Thank you, Jeff. Appreciate that. Anyways, before we get to
This
the
intro is smooth as butter.
hey, as it always is, right? Before we get to the literal clip show that we're doing tonight, that I hope everyone enjoys, we are going to get to a little bit of news that we had from the past few days here. AJ, first up, the boys talked about this on Game As Decides, but I thought we would give our thoughts about here.
Yeah.
Nintendo announces everybody 1-2 Switch. Finally.
We're being punished.
This is what we get.
We did something wrong. We didn't buy enough copies of Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah, when they said, when you touch yourself at night, these bad things are going to happen. This is what we get, apparently.
Wow,
I
more
know
like
the dinosaur
everybody
stuff.
doesn't care. Am I right?
But we'll get the rim shot in there in post. Thank you, Mike. I'm just gonna read this off from Nintendo.com. Want a party? Break out the Nintendo Switch system and laugh it up at your next game night. Mix up your next get together with the Everybody 1-2 Switch TM game. Grab some Joy-Con TM controllers or smart devices. That's actually kind of interesting. For team-based games that are easy to set up and feature everything from balloons to aliens and more. People at your next party can get moving and show off their teamwork in this multiplayer mashup. A mix of games and modes keeps you on your toes. Use Joy-Con controllers or smart devices, team up, and let the games begin. Split into teams and see which group can win a certain number of games first. Many games have several variations that change up the rules or add extra challenge. AJ, what are you thinking about this one?
I don't know, like the one thing you could say about 1-2 Switch, the original, at least it used like some weird Joy-Con stuff that nothing else does.
Right.
This isn't going to do that. Like if you're using a phone, you can't use the IR sensor. But
true. I didn't even think about
like,
that. Yeah.
They're now competing with Jackbox, and I bet Jackbox is going to be a lot better.
Yeah, I think that's what the guys said when they were talking about. There's just so many other ways to play a party game now. Why would you turn to this of all things? It just seems, why now is just, I think, what we're all wondering.
Like it could be fun. Anything's fun when you get a group of people and certain libations flowing. Like you could have a good time.
You can also have a good time.
Not doing that.
Yeah, but playing like any crappy game they get for like $5 somewhere,
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, based on Jeff's reporting, it sounds like this game had some developmental issues. He talked about how
That was Imran's reporting. Don't give credit to Jeff where he doesn't deserve
okay, yeah,
it.
you're right. Yeah, he's a villain and a thief.
Take credit, though. If you want to give me credit, I'm fine with that.
But anyway, Imran talked about how there was like this like battle royale kind of concept to it, and it dragged on too long. It got boring towards the end. It sounds like that's not like the case anymore. It's just teams.
that's what it seems like.
So,
Yeah,
I don't know. Maybe they fixed it. I mean, we can reserve judgment, I guess, till it comes out. But it's funny. It's
it's interesting.
Here it is.
Yeah, that's for damn sure.
Zelda's out in the wild, guys. What are we doing next? We got to announce something hot while everyone's paying attention.
The follow-up everyone was waiting for. Yeah.
Also, like,
Guys,
I don't know.
I got
like,
a hot update. I got a hot update. Wait.
Yeah. Oh
I need
God.
advice here. I'm walking by a lot of people who have bread bowls filled with macaroni and cheese, and I'm like, I don't know if I should do that, but what if I did?
Mike, you're in Carsland. Go get a cozy cone.
Oh, that's a good idea. I'll go to Carsland. Thank you, AJ.
Thank you for that update,
There you
Mike.
But anyway, I was gonna say this feels like the kind of thing you just announce and say, and it's out now. Like, why? Like, we gotta build up a month's worth of hype for everybody 1-2 Switch.
That's so weird, right? Well, either way, as AJ was alluding to there, the game is going to be released June 30th, $30 digitally and physically. So at least they learned their lesson. 1-2 Switch was $50 or was it full price?
Yeah, it was full price.
Yeah, it was up there. So at least it's a budget release, if not half price release. So at least they learned from that. Maybe, I don't know, maybe this one will actually go on sale or something too. We'll see what happens.
It's a Nintendo game. It'll never go on sale.
Even this one, you're right. All right, next up, Star Wars KOTOR II Sith Lords DLC canceled for Nintendo Switch. So this was the restored content mod that Aspire was going to make official for the Switch version of KOTOR 2. From Aspire on Twitter, we'd like to thank the KOTOR community for their immense passion and support for bringing Star Wars Night of the Old Republic and support for Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic series. Okay, I think there might be. That passion allowed us to bring this timeless series to the Nintendo Switch, and we are forever grateful. Sadly, today we are announcing that the restored content DLC for the Nintendo Switch version of Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2, The Sith Lords, will not be moving forward for release. We'd like to thank everyone for their continued support by providing a complimentary video game key to players that purchased Star Wars KOTOR 2 on Switch before the announcement. And then they list a bunch of Star Wars games they can pick up for free as compensation. So this is an interesting one. Yeah. I wasn't.
It's a bummer.
Go ahead.
It's a bummer because I mean they kind of sold the game on this. Like when it was announced, they said this was coming. Like I see you have a quote from a Reddit user who worked in the original mod and worked with Aspire, but like they don't really give a specific like was it a legal issue, a technical issue? Like did they really explain it more beyond this?
Yeah, no, not really from what I could see. Like all we have here is from a Reddit user who I did double check the Steam workshop page, and they are on there as well, so I assume that this is legit. This is someone who actually did work on this mod. They say, quote, "I made the mod. Aspire was great to work with, and they even offered to credit the whole team long before I asked about it. They did nothing wrong. Quote me on that. Shame it ended the way it did. I have nothing but good things to say about Aspire and our cooperation over the past 8 years," which didn't realize that, but yeah, so we don't really know why this fell apart. I know Jeff was speculating on Game Us Mornings that it might have been something about Nintendo's approval process that wasn't quite working out there. Maybe the nature of the content originating from a mod, maybe the way they were going to implement it, something wasn't lining up there.
Mm-hmm. Well, they always said when this was going to come out that your save file would not be compatible with the update. So, I mean, I decided if I was going to get this, I was going to hold off and wait till it was out, because what was the point of starting this, giant RPG and being partway through it or finish it then play it again to get to this cut content. I mean, now I'm glad I didn't get it because I'll just play it on Steam Deck or something instead. But yeah, like I said, it's a bummer. I mean, I don't want to say it was like a bait and switch. I'm sure they thought they were going to get this out. And I like I said, I am curious as to the reason why it didn't happen.
Yeah, I don't know. Kind of seems like a mystery at this point, but I definitely like to hear more as to why. Maybe we'll find out in the near future. Yeah. Next up, following up a story that the guys were talking about last week, I believe, Valve confirms that it contacted Nintendo about the Dolphin emulator coming as Steam. We have a statement here from Valve spokesperson Casey Boyle via The Verge. Given Nintendo's history of taking action against some emulators, we brought this to their attention proactively after the Dolphin team announced it was coming soon to Steam. So there was a little confusion over exactly what happened with Dolphin not making it to Steam and DMCA takedown allegations and stuff like that. And the whole thing sort of spiraled out of control here. But here we have Casey's statement on the matter, and then Valve gave an official statement. We operate Steam as an open platform, but that relies on creators shipping only things they have the legal right to distribute. Sometimes third parties raise legal objections to things on Steam, but Valve isn't well positioned to judge those disputes. The parties have to go to court or negotiate between themselves. An accusation of copyright infringement, for example, can be handled under a DMCA process, but other disputes don't have a statutory dispute resolution process. So in these cases, we will generally cease distributing the material until the parties tell Valve that they have resolved their disputes. So what they're referencing there is the fact that the Dolphin emulator was found to have the Wii common key, which is a string of numbers that basically decrypts all Wii games. There's a whole thing, again, Jeff has mentioned, go watch MVG's video on thing. It's what they call an illegal number, where even if you reverse engineer it, technically the company tries to copyright that code to the best of their ability. And the problem here is that Dolphin was being distributed with that code intact. So if they want to keep distributing the emulator at all, it sounds like, because maybe Nintendo cracks down on Dolphin as an emulator harder, they're going to have to find out a solution to decrypting Wii games that doesn't involve this. It's a whole quagmire.
Okay, AJ, I'm at the cozy cone. Thank you.
Okay, yeah, get that mac and cheese, and then eat the cone. Good boy.
Boy, Mikey.
All right. So this always felt misguided to me because I feel like Dolphin just put a giant ass target on their back when they did this. Like, what was going to be the benefit to them of being on Steam? If you wanted Dolphin in the last, I mean, how long has Dolphin been around? 10 years? Like,
at
you
least
knew how to get it at this point.
Yeah, I was playing it in college, like 10 years ago now. So
yeah, they didn't need this exposure. Now they kind of drew the eye of Sauron on themselves by putting on the One Ring.
Yeah.
the whole thing feels unnecessary. Then, I didn't even know about this whole thing that they distributed this string of numbers. I mean, is it a simple matter of just taking it out? I mean, let's face it, it's the internet. We'll find the numbers.
So that's what some people were saying. Like, we need a Streisand effect this thing, where it's just like put it everywhere, and it's like, what can they do about a number?
Right.
What they could do here is, how other emulators ask you for a BIOS when you first start them up?
Exactly.
Like, I believe DuckStation still does that and stuff. That's what they're looking for. Is they're looking for some level of decryption or whatnot. And so what Dolphin was doing is that GameCube games don't need that, but Wii games do. And so they were basically distributing something from the BIOS with the emulator. So the best course of action, to my understanding, would just be take that portion out and then have a little prompt when you start up the emulator for the first time that says, hey, provide the key. That's something that I believe both Citra and CMU do, the 3DS and Wii U emulators respectively.
Yeah, you need to have decrypted files for Citra.
Right.
On the CMU, you need basically every game has its own key.
Right.
And again, these lists are not hard to find.
No.
You could just find a complete list of everything. There weren't a lot of Wii U games, so it's not a long list. But it's out there. So I feel like that's how they legally cover themselves. So why wouldn't they do this? But yeah, like I said, I don't know why they drew attention to themselves in the first place for no real benefit.
Yeah,
maybe they got jealous of RetroArch being on Steam. I don't know.
Maybe. I mean, it was probably Steam Deck hype. They're just trying to get more eyes on, I guess, because if you have it on Steam, people can easily download to a Steam Deck. They can use like the different profiles and whatnot that like easily set stuff up. Doesn't
RetroArch on Steam support like Steam Cloud Save? So maybe like that would have been a benefit of being on Steam. You have your cloud save.
I think they mentioned cloud saves. The big one they were mentioning is that they would make were quote unquote promising, because I just say that because it was in like the first release. They said we want to make a Steam Deck specific UI for Dolphin, and so they would distribute that along with it, and so that would make it very seamless to download from Steam, have that like console style UI and everything like that. But seems like can't put the kibosh on that one, eh?
Yeah, funny how Valve's kind of stance on something like this is like, look, I mean, we're not here to judge, but we're gonna lean towards the big scary company, and then you guys talk amongst yourselves.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. This is a whole mess that, like you said, didn't really need to happen, and it looks like, well, it basically won't happen anymore. Last story I have here. This is technically Nintendo tangential, but it's Pokemon, so it falls under the umbrella. Yeah, this is something that is near and dear to me. Pokemon TCG Online officially is going offline in favor of TCG Live, the client that's been in beta for a long time now and is going official. The press release states, as the Pokemon TCG Online launched over 10 years ago, TCG Live not only provides an opportunity to update the game and underlying technology, but also engage more fans by offering an easily accessible online game on smartphones, tablets, PCs, and macOS devices. That first one's important. Technically, it was never available on smartphones, only tablets. TCG Live also comes with a suite of improvements, including new card logic engine that provides. Yeah. Basically, it's a lot of fluff. TCG Live kind of sucks, and that's why this is a big deal. TCG Online worked. It was
TCG Online kind of sucked, yeah.
No. So here's the problem. TCG Online was an ugly client, but it worked. It just worked. TCG Live, the new client, is pretty, but it doesn't quite work. It's very buggy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I'll talk more about this at the end of the show when we talk about what we've been playing. But I was getting ready for a major tournament over the past few weeks, and I just roughly half my games I would have some kind of bug that would happen. Sometimes, literally not allowing me to do what I needed to do to win the game. Like my win condition was bugged.
That's not good.
Exactly. So it
All right,
was.
guys, I got my cozy cone.
Good
Thanks,
job.
Mike.
I sent AJ a picture of it so you can show everybody. What do you mean this is the last story?
Oh.
Wasn't there new NSO games that came out?
I was gonna bring that up.
Yeah, we'll talk about Kirby.
Executive producers are just stepping in and saying, discuss the news. Don't leave anything out.
Amateurs. You guys are more like Nintendo puppies.
Oh, brother, you didn't send me a picture unless you texted it to me.
Mike,
you
Mike, you know I have the ability to just mute you, right? Like, the people don't need to hear you.
I'm almost done with you losers anyways. I got a lightning lane for Thorin I've got to get to soon after I eat this bacon and mac and cheese and a bread cone. There I am. Look how happy I am with that thing.
Look at that guy.
Yeah, there's this bread cone.
Wonderful.
A little
Anyways,
bits of bacon on top. Yeah. Okay. So with this transition,
yes.
if you had like a big collection in the old client, did any of that carry over, or are you
Thankfully,
is that all
yes.
gone? Oh, okay.
You can have, because in any given Pokemon deck, you can have up to 4 of a kind. They let you transfer up to 4 of a kind of every single card. So if you
Okay.
had those cards
And,
in online, they do transfer live. Yes.
In TCG Live, like is it every set that's been released so far? Because that's like a lot.
That's
of
another
cards.
big problem. It's only the cards are in there since Black and White, which would be since basically TCG Online had support for, like 10 years ago. But unfortunately, you can only play in the standard format, the current like rotation. They have like a beta version they're calling of Expanded, which goes further back. But even that's not complete. So it's a whole mess of you can't even play all the cards in your collection. Some of them are just there and you can't use them.
So it sounds like this was in beta. Like, why did they launch it if it's not ready?
So the original game was made by an external developer. It sounds like the contract ended and they were like, we can do this on our own. The Pokemon Company International, because this is not a Nintendo product, it's not a Pokemon Company product, it is a Pokemon Company International product. And so, yeah, apparently they just didn't want to pay the old devs is what people are speculating, which kind of lines up with some stuff we've heard. It's a whole quagmire. It's a whole mess. I bring it up in part because speaking of something that we'll get to apparently next topic, Pokemon trading card game for Game Boy is supposed to be coming to NSO at some point in time. And so people have thought like, is that how I should learn how to play the Pokemon cards? And people have asked me about it and stuff. And I think with the state of TCG Live, yeah, just wait for that Game Boy game if you just want to casually get into playing Pokemon cards and like figuring out what all this is about. And then download TCG Live. It works fine on phones, weirdly enough, but like desktop and tablets are both borked. Like I said, it's a whole mess. It's really weird. It's unfortunate that this is happening this way. Any other thoughts, AJ? I know you're into other card games. Have you ever like given any thought to Pokemon TCG or anything like that?
I was going to talk about this later on in the show because I did fire it up. I played a few rounds and I realized it's been a long time since I actually played the Pokemon TCG. You said like remember like
back in my day, the Pokemon TCG was there was a base set, then there was a set called Jungle, then a set called Fossil, and then there was a set about Team Rocket. And I was like, this is
Team
too
Rocket.
much.
Yeah.
Don't forget Gym Heroes and Gym Challenge. Yes, correct.
I don't know. We're still playing at that point. We had a lot of cards. Somewhere there's a box, and if that box isn't damaged, it's worth thousands of dollars.
It could be.
Just gotta find it.
Yeah,
just gotta find it. But I had to remember. I was like, oh yeah, prize cards. I forgot about this. But then like, so it's funny. My kids love Pokemon cards. Have binders full of them. They've never played the game once and have no desire to play the game.
That's most people, man.
Right. So I see these cards and they're like all these weird variants and what are all the big cards? They have a name.
There's V's and EXs.
Yeah, yeah. All that. Like I didn't know what any of that was, so I was kind of learning that in the new one. So
it's fun. Like the card game itself is fun. So I would say like if you can find an enjoyable way to get into it, is worth playing. Hell, I go to tournaments and everything. Clearly I like it, but yeah.
Right. The challenge is, and I think Magic faces this too compared to like Hearthstone and Marvel Snap, is there's a difference between translating a physical card game to a digital format as opposed to a card game that was built for digital from the ground up. You could do different things in a digital only game, and you're not trying to emulate this very specific tabletop experience that can have a lot of interpretation of rules and things like that.
Right. It's just a little depressing because Magic has Magic the Gathering Arena, Yu-Gi-Oh has Master Duel. There are very good clients out there. It's unfortunate that the biggest trading card game in the world doesn't have this level of attention and detail. So
is it bigger than Magic at this point?
I would say so. Like in terms of like player count, the esports scene, is definitely bigger well, technically it's not esports, but the competitive scene for Magic is probably bigger. But Pokemon, just kids play Pokemon. Like that's kind of all there is to it. Yeah. And even, like the recent just regional championship I went to, which was just, like the Midwestern one had 1,300 people competing, like at least registered, and like close to that many people showed up, and like that's just my division, the adult division. That's not even counting all the kids and everything. So Pokemon's really popping off. So yeah, all I'm gonna say is go play it. Maybe not live though. AJ, do you have the NSO news?
Yeah, I've got the list right here.
Okay.
So we had 4 games across 3 systems released. So this is weird now. They're not like system specific. They're just jumping games. The most notable one is Kirby Tilt and Tumble for the Game Boy Color.
Interesting.
And this is actually going to use the gyroscopes of the Switch to play the game. So that's pretty cool. They also released Blaster Master Enemy Below for the Game Boy Color, which was a sequel to the NES Blaster Master. The Super Nintendo version of Harvest Moon.
Why are you specifying Game Boy Color? I thought that was just all the same platform. I mean, why do we even have to specify? I don't get it.
Yeah, well, it's in color, Mike, so that's why I felt the need to do it, because it is a little different, isn't it, Mike?
It sure is, AJ.
I know. Funny how that works.
Weirdos, the both of you.
Yeah, anyway, the Super Nintendo version of Harvest Moon, and some game for NES I never heard of called Mystery Tower. That's like this little puzzly sort of game from the trailer. So yeah,
this is
something.
What?
Tilt and Tumble's cool.
The top loading NES or the front loading NES? You dumb bitches.
What? I missed the first part.
I'm not sure it would have added any more context to what he said, honestly.
No, probably not. You just wanted to call us some bitches.
Basically, yeah. What is with NSO? Are we in the weird era of NSO again, like they got with NES and Super NES?
We've always been in the weird era of NSO, because like this is what they did with Game Boy. They showed, like, we know these games are coming, and they're just like I don't know, like, how do I get the drip feed? Like you need to save it because for we're gonna run out of Game Boy games. There's a bajillion Game Boy games. Let's get these things out.
Yeah, get some licensed ones on there or something. You know, like talk to people. I don't know, like. The whole thing is just really freaking weird, man. I don't know what their thought process is behind releasing some of these games. Like, I can only imagine it has to be someone in Nintendo is like, oh yeah, we gotta shine a light on these hidden gems. But like,
right, like
I don't know what else it could be.
Oh, Jesse Ferguson in chat says Mystery Tower was released in Japan only, called Tower of Babel. So, there you go. Yeah,
interesting.
Kind of had the feeling that might have been a Japanese only release, but
yeah,
sure.
Either way, hey, we got some new
I'm sure
SO
my
games.
kids will love it.
Yeah, we're gonna be all over that.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's it for the news today. And then, if I'm not mistaken, AJ, you do not have access to the super chats, correct?
No, that's all you, man.
All right, cool. I am going to read some super chats here coming in from the community. From T-Bucket23, wait, are Turbo Shawn and AJ Minotti 2 other Lastly Nintendogs? That's right. They were lying to you this whole time. There were 2 more. They just had us in the back room locked up, but we got out. We got those fluffy handcuffs off. Don't ask why they were fluffy. They were Jeff's. From L Grug, do you guys think Mike knows any musicians who released an album not video game related in the last 5 years? Is he still around?
Does he? Do you?
Do you, Mike?
I'm a Swiftie. Do y'all think about that? Huh? Maybe.
Yeah, but
maybe
you don't know Taylor Swift.
It's me. Hi, I'm the problem. It's me. Now suck my dick.
There's a question like, has Mike heard of a modern musician, or does he like personally know someone who's put out an album?
You know what? That's a good question. I actually thought of it. The does he personally know any musicians? But yeah, Mike, do you know anyone other than Taylor Swift from the past 5 years?
Wait, like personally?
No, like generally, like on the radio. Like, can you name anybody?
That you only listen. You only listen to, like. Oh, brother.
Okay, I think the answer is
the answer is no.
I think the answer is El Grug's question.
Those are people. Oh, The Weeknd.
I'll give you that.
Like, tell me the name of The Weeknd's newest album.
Newest album. I just know that one song he sings about being blinded by the lights, and I laugh because it's very similar in title to the Final Fantasy 13 battle song.
There's your answer, everybody.
Mike watched the Super Bowl. You heard it here first.
Yeah, you heard it here.
From the Uncharted Wolf, why didn't anyone tell me how good Pikmin is? I beat the first game yesterday and absolutely loved it. Are people underestimating Pikmin 4? AJ,
Pikmin, tell him, AJ.
No, I want to like Pikmin. I honestly, I don't think I've ever played 2, and I maybe barely touched 3. My issue is with a lot of Pikmin, it's a lot of, I know what to do, I know how to execute it, and I just have to stand around and wait. And the games that do that for me sometimes. So I want to like Pikmin. I want it to kind of just flow a little better.
AJ Minotti.
What?
I agree, man. I've never been a Pikmin guy, guys.
Like I say, are we about to fight about Pikmin?
No, I'm glad you're enjoying it, Wolf. But I have the same issue. It's just I'm not a huge strategy guy in general. Like Fire Emblem's sort of the exception to the rule. I like Advance Wars as well, so maybe it's like specifically I like grid based rather than RTS. But yeah,
I like strategy games, but like it's like, okay, I gotta throw 20 Pikmin at this thing and carry it. Okay, I've thrown the Pikmin. Now I gotta wait like 5 minutes while I just carry this thing across the map while nothing happens.
Yeah, and that's the second half of it. Like I'm not a big strategy guy in general, but like you brought up, the waiting is just a bit tedious, I find. I think it has a lot of charm, and I enjoyed it enough as a kid to like get most of the way through the first one. I don't think I ever actually finished it, but it's like, all right, this is neat. Not really my kind of game, but I thought
it was a clever way to handle an RTS.
Yes, saying a video game has a lot of charm is like telling a person they have a nice personality.
He's not wrong.
You're right. You're not wrong. Anyways, glad you're enjoying Pikmin, Wolf. From Ricky Thompson, happy 100 to the B&B boys, and thanks to AJ and Shawn. Well, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. we take full credit.
Oh yeah, just like Jeff takes full reporting for full credit for Imran's reporting. That's what we'll do around here.
Hey, you two are the top and bottom onion roll buns. That's what you are.
I'm not sure I like being called a top or a bottom by Mike, but all right. That is all the.
That didn't come through.
That is all the super chats we have for right now. If you have something that you would like for us to read by the end of the stream, send in. We'll get to it after this next segment and these messages from our sponsors.
Yay.
That's for Christian. AJ, you need a break?
I'm good.
Cool. All right, let me get this fired up here. Ba-ba-da-ba-da.
This is where you learn that Mike has the bladder of an old woman, and
yeah. You see, usually I have to.
Not much better off.
Usually I would have to go during the break as well. I do.
It's actually great bringing Mike. It's great to bring Mike to a movie with my kids because like they have to go to the bathroom. Usually Mike does too, so I send them with him when he gets up to go.
It's perfect. Yeah, I went with my buddy to see Spider-Man over the weekend, and I was like, oh no, it's like close to 2.5 hours. Like I'm definitely gonna take a bathroom break during this. That's a bit much for me. That's like just a little bit too much. All right, let me switch over here. I'll mute this.
All right, let me elaborate real quick because people are getting mad at us for not multitasking when we play Pikmin. But listen, like, and this is an issue I have with most RTS single player campaigns. The first like 15 to 20% of the game is boring AF because they still need like on board the people who've never played a game like this before. And like, you know, to use like even Warcraft example, like select your units by holding down the shift key. Like, yeah, I know we need more houses. Click a builder and click the build key. Oh, you're out of resource. I know. Can I just like play the game? And yeah, like the first like,
you know, it's funny.
Pikmin, you know, there is nothing to multitask. I have nothing to do but watch the Pikmin carry this apple. Like that's all I got.
It's funny that you say that because, you know, tonight technically I'm Mike's replacement and you're Jeff's. You're sounding very Jeff tonight, AJ, I gotta say. You know, screw tutorials, screw talking in my video games.
and tutorials can be fine. I feel like RTSs just have it's not even the tutorial. It's just that they're too easy because they have to be. Again, RTSs are very complicated games. But if you've played any of them, you don't need this language taught to you. I mean, even we'll talk about it later, but like Street Fighter 6 was like, do you want the tutorial? And I was like, well, shit, like I don't know what you're gonna actually talk about in this tutorial. Yes, just in case I missed something important, like, you know, the new drive system or whatever it's called. And I say yes, they're like, all right, push left to lock left and push right to lock right.
Talking all this podcast content while you're technically on break. This is why you're Nintendo puppies.
See, Mike, I can tell you're an amateur at this because we put all of this at the end of the show every single time. It's not.
Right. Listen to my own show.
If you listen to your own show,
you're right. You just sit there and play Street Fighter 6 poorly while Jeff has the podcast. That poor soul. Darn.
Hey, I'm gold ranked, and gold ranked is like a games journalist diamond. All right.
Fair enough. All right, well, let's get back into it. You ready?
Okay, we're ready. We're ready.
And we are back with the major segment of today's show, the one y'all came for, the literal clip show that we're about to put out for y'all. I am very excited about this. So since the guys couldn't be here, at least for the most part tonight, and me and AJ are hosting instead, we thought we would have a look back at the last 99 episodes of Last of the Nintendogs. So we had the community submit some, I picked a few out myself, and I sourced a few from some other places. So, AJ, are you ready to look back at the best of the Beef Cheddar Boys?
Hi, I'm Troy McClure. You may remember me from other podcast clip shows as One Up Yours, asshole, and GFW Radio on the internet.
Love it, love it. You know those boomers that I work with insisted that we have someone bring that energy tonight, so I'm glad you're the one to do it.
Of course. So yeah, basically we're just gonna make fun of them the whole time. So
oh yeah,
99 episodes are about 2 hours each. Okay, everyone, we'll be done with this about 200 hours. Buckle up. We're just listening to everything, right?
Yeah, I mean, well, to be fair, it's almost entirely Mike moments, so you can like cut that in half a little bit. So.
Wow, ooh, that's just pretty interesting. And almost all star me. Pretty interesting.
Yeah, weird how the dude who hosts the show it has
screams.
Yeah, a guy who screams at everyone constantly. Oh my god. Okay, we're gonna get rolling here. First up, we have. Let me pull up my notes here. So this is from AJ. You'll remember this one, the infamous waifu and husbando episode. Starting off strong here.
This is a good time to remind everybody that Mike's family does listen to this show. Okay, it's weird sometimes. It's really weird. Go ahead, play the clip.
I would like to say any TMI comes from Mike himself tonight and no other sources.
Mike, I'd like to remind you that your family listens to this show. Okay, it's weird.
First up, submitted by Fish and Love, we have the sexiest Pokemon character.
Let's see, Victor Marinez. We got a lot. My husbando is In from Pokemon White. Too much drip. My waifu is Alessa from Pokemon White, a gym leader and a model for or Lynn from Fire Emblem.
Which one's Alyssa from Pokemon White? I don't know. That's the same one. Okay, I'm
looking
because that's the same one that has Skyla, and I'm like mad you didn't choose Skyla now. So I'm gonna look up this one and see if she's better, and get mad at you when she's not.
All right, oh God, I forgot that like. Okay, here we go.
I tell you what, it's a popular episode this week, huh? Imagine
that.
Yeah. Alessa's the electric one. Alessa is okay. Oh my god, Alessa is so not nearly as hot as Skyla. It's not even fun. It's like a funny. It's a funny joke almost. How much worse she is actually. Look at Skyla. Even her pixel art is kind of sexy. She's literally showing her ass in the pixel art.
Oh my god, Mike.
All right, well, I'll have to Google that.
Don't worry, I just shared it in chat. Everyone look at Skyla's pixel. It's so small, but look at that. She's literally showing her ass. And okay, also profile of her breast. That is definitely the sexiest a Pokemon character has ever looked. Like that's just her.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, you're right. Wait,
yes.
She's turned around. Yeah, you're right. Okay.
She's like, look at my ass and my tits.
Yes. Okay. She's doing that pose, right?
It just said tits.
Listen, it was bound to happen eventually.
I love that that's the thing that gets Mike here. Like saying tits is the weirdest thing to ever happen on the show.
Things he's ever said on this train wreck of a show. Also, I think the chat's saying turn up the volume on the clips.
Yeah, I think I think it should be fixed now. Check and let me know if that's not the case. We should be fixed now. We'll have Christian fix that in post.
But good lord. He's fucking weirdos.
See, the thing is, AJ,
I'm not wrong.
I think he's trying to say I'm not wrong, which thank you, Mike. This was episode 20 something, which explains why Mike was a little more had a little more
reserved.
shame. Yeah, a little more reserved there.
Yeah, you're gonna see this build as we go on.
Yeah, it's all downhill from here. Next up, we have a clip that showcases a bit of a running bit in the game S in general. These guys not knowing how to pronounce anything. So we have Sake from Corlepu.
From Vinji Bop. In Chapter 4, Volume 2 of the Magical Pokemon Journey manga,
Hazel's grandpa offers Pikachu and Clefairy sake.
Clefairy.
Clefairy. Sake? Is that how you say sake? Sake? Is that how people actually?
You don't know how to say sake? Yeah, sake.
No, I said sake once, and everyone got mad at me.
Did you ever see The Last Samurai? Sake.
Yeah, I said sake, and everyone got mad at me. So sake.
I think about Tom Cruise screaming sake.
Therefore, alcohol is canon, Mike. And yes, I do love Tom Cruise yelling sake. Yeah,
that comic's weird. That comic is definitely like a different canon from the games and definitely the anime. That comic is just doing its own thing. I don't dislike it, but I don't think that's a place I can vacation at.
I thought Hazel had an N in it, so I was gonna say Hansel. And then, so I was like, I was thrown off halfway through, and then I wasn't gonna go back. But now everyone in chat is having a field day. Sake!
Also, a running theme on Game Mess. Jeff not realizing that his gate cuts both of them off sometimes.
Right.
How many things did they get wrong in this clip?
There's a lot.
Okay,
there's a lot.
The reason this got me, this was just from like a couple shows ago, or maybe even last show. Jeff pronouncing Hazel as Hazel, thinking it's some weird Pokemon world.
Hazel's just a word.
Yeah, exactly. It's just a name, dude. He had sake right, and I was like, wait, is it sake? No, it's not. Clefairy. It's not a ground type. It is Clefairy. This one kills me. This is why I'm always in the chat just screaming at the top of my lungs, you need a Babbel subscription, guys.
I just imagine growing up with this. Okay.
Oh god, I don't know how you did it, man. Did you say manga as well? Do you see manga? I'll kind of give you, but
what did I do in that clip? I said everything right.
You were
you
like
say things wrong.
Sake. I said sake, and then you're like, you don't know how to say sake.
Yeah, that's what you got wrong. You're like, you don't know how to pronounce sake. Like, no, he did. He got it right. That's the problem. Oh my god.
Screaming still doesn't work, but good
try.
Good try.
Catching him now. Wow.
Yeah, he's on a phone.
I'm gonna throw this Apple iPhone away. Excuse me for a moment.
I'm surprised you haven't already, since it has an apple on it. Next.
Oh, we made that joke before.
Ricky gave me a weird look for screaming sake in his park, by the way. He didn't like that.
Are you Disneyland or California Adventure?
The California Adventure, so it's tolerated a bit more. That's why I wasn't thrown
I was gonna
out.
say.
But I'm on thin ice.
Ricky is pointing out in the chat, just for the video viewers, look at this freeze frame. By the way, they're having a grand old time in this episode. Oh my god. Okay. Moving on. Next one we have is this is gonna be one of a few where I just present it with no context. This is Yes Daddy from Chaos Buckaroo.
Chaos Buckaroo says, "Howdy, Mike, top Minotti, and Jeff bottom Grubb." Yeah, Jeff.
Okay,
you're
Chaos
my
Buckaroo.
Bottom.
Okay, Chaos Buckaroo.
I'm gonna top you.
Okay,
like a real daddy dom.
Okay, all right.
That's what you get. Say yes, daddy.
Yes, daddy.
I didn't like that.
No,
no one's liking this. This is the worst episode we've ever done.
What was the use of the one time? This is a bad podcast.
This is a bad. I think that every episode, so I can't tell you why I said that.
This is a bad podcast.
This is a bad podcast.
Anyways, Jeff.
What were you saying about family watching? Yeah.
Yeah. This is one of those uncomfortable moments driving to work.
Oh no. This is why you don't drive with car windows down, people.
Yeah, exactly.
Never know when your brother's gonna scream about being a top or bottom. Oh jeez. Thank you, Chaos Buckaroo, both for giving us that original moment and submitting the clip. Carrying on the trend of Mike saying things he shouldn't on this podcast when his family's listening.
Grubb. Yeah.
We have Unbecoming submitted by Shoji Koto.
that was annoying. But it's also like, I try not to get too worked up about Jeff. I'm not a big fan of having these inner media beefs. It's all just kind of unbecoming. And I know I'm a guy who seems to be coming on everything. Why did I say that? But what the hell's wrong with me? But yeah, I'm not a big fan of that. Damn it, Jeff.
What were you even trying to say, Mike? What were you even trying to say? I'm so lost.
Jeff, please start talking.
Okay, so we're having technical difficulties with our brains, apparently. I'll say that this happens to me all the time.
This is all Christian's fault. He's been playing that goddamn Master Chief Comes thing too many times.
Yeah, listen, I get it, Mike. I'm so lost on what you were even listen.
God damn it, why is Rachel here?
Yes. Okay. I get frustrated when I get misquoted. Here's the thing.
Nobody better misquote me on that. Yeah, that's gonna be a good talking now.
But here's the problem. You could be directly quoted, Mike, and it's just what you said.
No, that's not what I said. They're taking it out of context, Jeff.
Yeah, sure.
Oh boy, a lot to unpack from this infamous moment on the podcast. What was he trying to say? What were you trying to say, Mike?
See, Mike is you've heard of a malapropism, and Mike very well embodies that whole concept.
I have no comment on this clip. Thank you.
That is not me in that clip there. That's George from Florida.
My God.
To this day, I just don't even know where to begin with what he was trying to do there. What was he just broke down and some id part of his brain came out and we all had to deal with it.
Basically, yes. And as someone pointed out in the 50th episode where we did something similar to this is where I took some of these clips from, actually. There's a running trend of Mike always having to apologize to coworker Rachel when she pops in and has to deal with this bullshit and then go back to work the next day. I don't even know what to say, man. This is a immortal moment in Game Mess history.
That's a good one. Jeez.
Thank you, Mike, and thank you again to Shoji Koto for submitting this one. Next up,
that one.
We have a clip. Technically, it's not from Last of the Nintendogs, but this clip was chosen because it is maybe the most uninterrupted version of what's about to happen. Dugan submits something a lot more family friendly in Flute Minati.
He is not back yet. All right. That's all I had. All right, no, I'm playing this again.
Oh, is the flute getting noise gated? I don't hear it.
Should be coming through.
I don't hear it. No, what's he playing?
I think he's improving.
Oh, I got a second of it.
Chad,
they hear it. Okay, so it's just me. I should be quiet.
That was some jamming. That was nothing. Let's play an actual song now.
That was beautiful.
Ooh, that was a harsh one there. Nice
classic. Couple things here. First of all, I love this clip because Jeff just coming in the Arby's hat right in the middle.
Yeah.
It really makes
for the audio listeners. So this clip was Mike by himself. Jeff's chair's empty, and Mike's jamming on the flute, and Jeff just casually comes sitting back down wearing the 10-gallon Arby's hat.
Yeah, this is the classic. People new to the show or shows may not actually know this since Mike doesn't do it nearly as much, but he used to just always entertain us during breaks when Jeff was changing a diaper or something with tin whistle music. I would also like to point out, this is from when Jeff was doing the show on Wi-Fi, and we had internet issues every freaking show.
And so a year to convince him that Wi-Fi is bad.
Problem?
I don't know if we can directly relate that to Wi-Fi. There could have been anything. There could have been ghosts in the machine.
Clearly.
But yes, for the video viewers, that is why you saw a little stuttering there. That's not my end. Next up is another one I would like to provide with zero context. We have a Brotherly Love submitted by Benji Glasky.
Yeah, thank you.
What kind of games do you play with your sister?
What was that? You being suggestive? What do you mean? Why'd you say it like that?
It sounds like he's being suggestive.
I guess
I feel like it kind of sounds a little weird.
You have to assume because it's.
I mean, why else say it?
Yeah, I guess that's fair.
I wasn't going to include this one, except Mike himself brought it up when we talked about doing a clip show. So, Mike, do you have anything to say for yourself here? Good, excellent.
Wait. Sorry. Wait. No, I didn't bring this one up.
You 100% said, yeah, we should do the clip where I said something about someone's sister. I'm just saying, man.
1,000,000% making that up.
I'm really glad, by the way, that Shawn, like, you do the same Mike voice that like everyone does. Yeah, we should bring up the word like he say something about his sister.
I mean,
it's always very flattering. Thank you, everybody.
We've been doing that voice for 15 years, so that's just what you sound like, Mike.
I hate to break it to you, Mike, but if you listen to your own podcast, we're not gonna talk about this one anymore. We're just gonna leave it there and move on to something once again a little more family friendly in The Spice of Life, submitted by Screaming Madden.
Bugadillo says, "Hey Jeff, Maraca man, Grubb." And Jeff, I watched that clip.
I know.
Of you not remembering the word for Maraca. I think I watched it at least 200 times. Like that, like you know, that's a shoot. God, that's good. And Mike Bando Namkai Naughty. Damn it. On a whim, I decided to replay Donkey Kong Jungle Beat for GameCube.
Yeah.
What an awesome game. I'm going to play that eventually. I got the disc. I got the bongos. Let's go.
I got my weird third-party bongos. Let's go.
Oh, shit, dude.
Gross.
Oh, my God. That's awesome.
Yeah. Pelican.
Are they? Did they come that yellowed, or is that time?
That is time. That is the spice of time flavoring up these bongos.
Yeah, that's just what happens when something exists in your house for a week, and you wonder why everyone's always sick there.
And I got to connect it to my third-party GameCube controller adapter for Wii U and PC USB. I am rocking it here.
Let's go.
I dropped it.
Oh my God, that made so much noise.
All right, we're all good. We're all good. They might not have heard that.
Jeff's like, oh, my OBS isn't working for some reason. I'm usually so careful with everything I own.
We did hear it, and it was very loud.
It's very loud.
Oh my God.
Man, remember Pelican? Are they still around anymore?
God, I hope not. Those controllers were ass, man.
Well, because it was like them and Mad Cats, and then like Mad Cats stuck around and then like got okay.
Mad Cats, by the way, went out of business and now they're back. Pelican, I don't think fared so well.
They got okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mike's right though. Jeff always wonders, why are things awry in my household? I can't imagine. Man.
There's just a general air of chaos in the Grubb household.
Okay, next one. I believe this one's I lengthened a little from what the submitter actually wanted because there was some gold beforehand too. Here we have The Screwdriver Incident, submitted by Wardenclyffe.
Because we have a couple other games coming out, like Redfall, Jedi Survivor, and that Island 2 just came out big ago. It's like, man, like who has time right now? Maybe I can get through one of these. Maybe it's nuts.
Sorry, I wasn't listening.
What are you doing over there?
Nothing. You don't need to shut up. I was trying to look into seeing what Super Mario Brothers looks like when it's integer scaled. That's just what I need to see it. I need it.
Holy
I need it.
Okay, yeah, now I'm just gonna do it. What the fuck are you talking about? What do you want? Doesn't it already look like that when you just play it on NSO? Doesn't it just look all raw and crispy?
It doesn't look like I want it to look. I don't know. It doesn't look like Super Mario Maker.
Super Mario Maker just looks like that.
I mean, it's the same, basically the same.
Super Mario Maker.
I don't know. All right, I don't know what I want.
What you want?
I don't know what I want. All right.
You know what you want, you piece of shit. And I'm glad you.
I want Mario to be real. Sorry, Andrew Chet said that made me like, yeah, I gotta. Okay, that's
Just want Mario to
just want to be real.
That's a funny thing to scream at the end of that. I just want Mario to be real. Well, Jeff, that yelling is going to end this relatively short news week for Nintendo.
Beauty.
I am afraid.
Yeah, perfect. No notes. Perfect
No
podcast
notes.
so far.
Yeah, we got great here. Normally we take our break now, but I feel like we just started. Should we just go answer some questions now, or should we take a break? What do you want to do?
Yeah. Yes, I do. Let's keep going. Sorry, I stabbed myself.
That was not a yes or no.
I stabbed myself with a screwdriver as soon as you said. I didn't want to disrupt the podcast again. I do it. I think it landed perfectly right in between my knuckles, and it hurt real bad. You know what? Let's keep going. I'm good.
Let's keep going. Let's go read some questions we got from our
oh my god, this show's gonna kill me.
For the audio listeners, when Mike yelled towards the end there, he got up and had to leave the room. He could not deal with Jeff in that moment.
Honestly, what's funnier, all that or them like talking about Redfall like it was gonna be a fun game that might take up some time?
Suckers. Nick Turbo says in the chat, why do people watch this podcast? I don't freaking know, man.
That's a really good question. That's a really good. Yeah, but it's like watching like a cat that has like a live wire. Like, is it gonna touch it or is it just gonna bat it around a little bit? You don't know. Maybe something interesting will happen. Maybe the cat will electrocute itself and its hair will go.
Yeah. Something train wreck, right? Like, oh my god. Another real gem there. Thank you for that, Warden Cliff. Next up, this one's going to be slightly longer still, but I think a lot of people will remember this moment. This is the Great Echo the Dolphin investigation submitted by Jay Sherrill and Mike Minotti, who said this is his favorite moment from the podcast.
Lovely podcast producers. All right, Jeff, next thing I have here. So IGN, as a part of its Summer of Gaming thing going on tomorrow at 10 a.m. Pacific, is promising a world premiere exclusive that's going to steal the show. And this tweet just has an audio file, and maybe this is just wish fulfillment, Jeff. When I play this audio file, it sounds like dolphin noises, like when they're played not in water, like what it would sound like if it was just being played in the air. Jeff, am I crazy? Am I trying to will an Echo the Dolphin sequel or reboot into existence? Or are we actually getting Echo the Dolphin news in the year of our Lord 2022?
I don't know. I haven't heard this yet. I haven't heard this yet.
Want me to send it to you?
Yeah.
Right now?
Yeah, do that.
Yeah, I once interviewed, it was like somebody in charge of .emu, and I kind of like told them my dream game for them would be Echo. And he's like, yeah, me too. I've pitched it before. Well, I don't know. So, like, it's not crazy for somebody like a .emu or whatever to say, we want to do.
Yeah.
There it is. Right?
That's got to be a dolphin. What else could it be? All right, let's shed ourselves.
You're terrified. Jeff, that sounds like a dolphin.
Yes.
Come on.
Let's shed ourselves of our biases and try one more time to think about anything else that might be other than a dolphin. All right, here we go.
I think it's a dolphin.
I think it's a dolphin, Mike. I'm pretty sure that's a dolphin.
I think they're announcing Echo.
Oh, I'm sorry. I meant to stop. Sorry. I'm trying to delete it. I'm sorry. All right.
I mean, look, Sega said they wanted to bring back their old franchises, right?
Right. I mean, I didn't think they were going to go straight to Echo, but I'm kind of glad they are.
I'm super glad they are. Yeah, like, it sounds so much like a dolphin. It sounds like a dolphin. Again, like, if you took the sound and played it so that it wasn't in the water. So, like, yeah, in Star Trek 4, they got the weird noise, and when they played it like it was underwater, then they figured out somebody must be able to do that right now, right?
Yeah, you know what?
Star Trek for it.
I almost let me see if I can Star Trek for it. I'm gonna open up Adobe Premiere. Hang on.
Get your phone and put it underwater.
Yeah,
it just slows it down. That's not how water works.
It's a great idea. All right, now it's 51%.
Investigative journalist.
Yes. All right, hang on. All right, we can keep going on with the show, but I'm gonna do this in the background.
Yes.
I'm gonna okay.
Reverb to it, Jeff.
Dolphin.
Dolphin ate it. Underwater noise it.
Dolphin.Premiere project. Okay, here we go.
How's the dolphication going?
Oh, hang on. I got to do some math. All right, Google, what is the speed of sound in water?
Google, triangulate this noise verification. Jeff, I am so distracted by the possibilities of this. I don't even know if I could focus on it. I already pretended to.
Isn't that more dolphinish? That was 50%.
That was 50. Like, look, this wasn't an exact science. It definitely sounded underwatery as all hell.
Yeah. Come on, everybody.
Play it again.
All right, we're playing it again. I mean. All right. Oh no. Okay. Wolfram Alpha is struggling to get me the speed of sound in water versus air. So okay, I'm moving on with my life, Mike. I'm still convinced.
I think it's confirmed.
I think it's confirmed.
It's
You're
fine.
right.
We did it.
Congratulations.
The chat a bit. It's 54%. Yes. No. There.
Dr. Minotti, well done. I concur.
Case closed, bitch.
I think you'll find that you'll agree.
Guess what, everybody? Echoes back. Jeff, how stupid are we gonna look when this is?
Oh, very stupid. But I'm ready to look that stupid.
Hey Jeff, you still ready to look that stupid? Because turns out it wasn't a dolphin. Wasn't a dolphin at all.
I'm in the middle of Disneyland, almost crying from that.
I'm like trying to put my kids to sleep, and they're like, "What's wrong with Daddy?"
AJ, what animal do you think that sounds like?
I mean, look, the initial audio, like I went to Dolphin too, but the way they were like, oh, we have to like slow it down and pitch it. We are like, this isn't how water works.
It's Star Trek 4. We had to Star Trek 4 it. Come on.
But you didn't
Have you never
do it
Star Trek 4
right.
something? That's embarrassing for you,
Like,
not for us.
Like, a dolphin out of the water is just like kind of clicky noises. Like, you've seen Flipper? That's I don't know. You were wrong. We know that, but
I would like to point out that people in the chat here were saying that they did call it back when this first premiered. They said it sounds like a hyena to me, and guess what? It was.
yeah. Have we heard anything else about that game since it was announced a year ago?
Yeah, these show-stealing hyenas. I don't think we have.
I need to look. Like, did they say anything? Hang on, Sega.
All right.
Hyenas.
We have top men on it right now.
Top men.
There
was an official hero trailer 2 months ago.
Okay, that's a lot sooner than I would have thought.
Hero Kai.
Guys, I'm going into Soren. I might lose connection here. You'll
okay,
have fun.
you have fun enjoying the majesty of planet Earth. Yeah, there was this video from 2 months ago and nothing else.
Not sounding great. Better than I thought, but not sounding great.
I didn't know this. Like, it's just like a 30-second trailer of like one of the characters or something. I don't know. This is like in a Sonic costume. This is very bizarre. What a weird thing. What a weird thing.
What a weird thing that Sega did there. Our next clip here is actually my pick and submitted by Mr. Bowler. Mr. Bowler in the Discord said, Mike complained at the beginning of the episode that people weren't paying enough attention to them, hinting at upcoming direct back in September, which is a real monkey's paw wish. Here we have Zelda Blowout.
And,
so, have you always had this Wind Waker Hawaiian shirt?
No, it's actually somewhat prodigious. Is that a word? AJ was at the mall.
It's a word. Yeah, I don't know if it applies.
AJ was just at the fucking like local mall. He's like, haha, they have this shirt. And I
serendipitous. It's serendipitous is what you're looking for.
Thank you. Yeah. Yes. It's like, buy me that shirt, please. Like, just at the mall somewhere. So, but it's
That's
good
incredible.
because, like, to be clear, guys, like, the one thing we are very, very sure is getting announced at this direct are the Wind Waker Twilight Princess ports for Switch.
Yeah, I think. Listen, I think there's going to be a lot of Zelda stuff at this thing. I think this is like a Zelda blowout for Nintendo. We're jumping into it, Mike. Is that what's happening?
Let's do it. Let's just jump. Let's dive right in.
So, 100% there is a Nintendo Direct in September. Like it's that simple. There is still
Which was true.
some uncertainty about whether this will be a general, maybe a mini. There was some talk of it being a partner direct. I know that was happening on the FAMI boards, which is a pretty big Nintendo community, I suppose. I joined it. It was fun. I went out and hung out there with those people today.
Do they like my shirt?
They would love your shirt. Absolutely. The things that I've been hearing, I mean, listen, if they're going to have Zelda stuff there, this is not a partner direct, right? And those are the things we've been hearing, is that there would definitely be some Zelda stuff there. And the specifics that were name dropped were Twilight Princess and Wind Waker HD ports to the Switch, which again, every time this comes up, Mike, even had we not heard that, I would be speculating that would be happening right now while we wait for the run up to Breath of the Wild 2. And yet we have heard that, and we've heard we've heard other things. Again, Metroid Prime remaster, that sounds like it's got to get announced at something like this. And then third parties will be showing up. I've heard some of that as well. I'm not gonna say exactly what. It's not super exciting, the things I've heard anyhow, so don't worry about that. But so, to me, it sounds like at least a mini direct. But if it's gonna have like the name of the next Zelda, which seems like a distinct possibility, that sounds like a big general direct. And that's a pretty good like tent pole to hold up any other announcements they want to do. Do you think they have anything beyond Zelda, or do they like put out a direct and it ends with, okay, here's just a bam 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 of Zelda news?
The only thing I am super like willing to kind of put myself out there for is the Wind Waker Twilight Princess stuff.
Okay.
Oh, he said it. I would like to lead by saying that just now in the chat. Jeff was saying, cut the feed, turn the show off.
These guys sound like real assholes.
These guys sound like people who would never get anything right.
Anyway, I think there's a direct in July, but hey, what the hell?
Great. There you go, people. You heard here second. I don't know.
Maybe.
This is, as we all know, another infamous moment that the entire internet picked up on. This is one of our highest viewed shows ever. I think easily the highest viewed episode of Last of the Nintendogs by like double. Yeah. Because, of course, people were linking it on Reddit and everything like that. And needless to say, some of this happened. Most of it didn't.
To paraphrase Mike Zor's, oopsie doopsie fucky wucky.
I would like to follow this one up, though. A lot of people saw the train wreck in progress. They did not see the episode that followed the direct, though.
Send in the clowns. Those Daffy.
This was so good.
Clowns.
This was so funny. I didn't know this was coming. I just started to shut up. Just died.
By the bowlful clowns. Send in the clowns.
Oh man.
All right, let me get Mike in here. All right, let's go. Hi everybody. We're gonna set
up. Well, at least there was that.
Yeah, at least we had that. All right, Mike, turn on your camera.
No. Oh yes. We'll always have.
I'm too ashamed.
Always have Paris.
That is Send in the Clowns, submitted by Big Tony, who said in the Discord, my dogs, this entire episode had me dying of laughter. This clip was the exact moment I decided to become a member. Thanks for all the hours of entertainment. Love you guys. I'd like to point out.
I just think I give everyone like a little insight to that whole escapade, because Mike was, we talked to each other and he was. I mean, not just on the show, guys. He was so certain this was gonna happen. He was so excited that like he had this break, this big scoop. And so I'm watching the direct, and I remember because like as I recall, like that direct ends with like they kind of definitively said like this is the last thing I'm gonna show, and it's the Tears of the Kingdom announcement of like the title, I believe, at the time. And I'm thinking, okay, this is cool. Is it gonna like dovetail into just like to go with this, we're releasing, Wind Waker and Twilight Princess. And when that ended, I just remember sitting at my desk just going, oh no. oh no. And like immediately Chris and I are both texting Mike like, are you okay? He's just like, nothing, no response. I'm like, are you okay? And he's like, I don't know what to say. So yeah, he felt real bad about that one, guy. Oh my god, that was weird. And I mean, it was, and again, so like I've expressed this view on the show before. It's weird to me, truly, and I don't mean to blow smoke up their ass. I'm gonna build them up and knock them down a little bit here.
Mm-hmm.
Like Jeff and Mike have more or less reached the status that I used to hold like certain podcasters to, 15 years ago when I started listening to podcasts.
Yeah.
It was like, you listen like GFW Radio and One Up Yours, like Jeff and Mike are that now. And that's weird to me because that's like almost a quasi celebrity status. Like there's fan art of them, which is also weird to me. Yeah. So, where was I going with this? Yeah, like to see like all these news stories leading to the direct, quoting Mike Minotti of on their podcast, and all the sites are covering this, and I'm like, this is weird because Mike's like the source, and then the fallout. I was like, oh no, Mike has controversy now. Like the whole thing was very bizarre. It was very, very bizarre. Almost makes it all worth it because it's kind of this very interesting arc, in the Mike Minotti movie. But boy, what a thing that happened.
I was going to point out that in that clip, that laughing that people heard, that was not me and AJ just now. That was the guys and me and Christian cracking up during the pre-show when Jeff played this. We did our best to make the best of this moment. It was an interesting one. Anyways,
it's like one of those things, like, at the end of the day, like no one got hurt. Like maybe you were bummed out. The grand scheme of life, it didn't matter.
Right. Yeah.
What a thing that happened. What a thing.
Sometimes things don't pan out. I would like to point that out. It's not even necessarily we got it wrong per se. It was, hey, thing didn't pan out the way it was supposed to. So just keep that in mind.
Yeah, like Burritos in the chat. Like who remembers that except for the people watching the show right now? Like no one cares. Life goes on.
Yeah. They thought these guys were hacks before anyway, so who cares?
Yeah, right.
Anyways, speaking of frequent leaking, here is Mike's Hole submitted by G-Man Sir.
G-Man Sir says, hello, Jeff. Get in the hot tub, Grubb. And Mike, oops, I missed the toilet when I peed. Miss Naughty. I do miss sometimes. No, maybe this is too personal. I miss sometimes, though. I think there's a problem.
What is the personal thing that you are afraid of? You said there is a problem.
Well, I don't know how much I should talk about, like,
is there like
specifics.
A growth?
No,
like
I think I think the hole's too wide. I think other people's holes are, like, more narrow. So I think the spray is a bit more predictable is the issue. So I do miss sometimes.
The chaos theory, right, exactly.
Yeah, so, like, because other people don't seem to miss as much as I do. And I'm like, yeah, don't you hate it when, like, the pee just goes like, oh, and they're like, no, what are you talking about? So,
man, industry leaker, at it again.
Yeah. Pod, why do I support these guys? We got to.
You're only encouraging us.
Look. His question: what would be the last Mario game you would want to replay before you get taken out execution style, like the GTA 6 leaker?
I wouldn't mind if someone would kill me right now. That's for sure.
Once again, what were you saying about your family watching the show?
He's an idiot, everybody. He is an idiot. You need to understand this. I can't believe he thinks that's how dicks work. Look, you just have bad aim. You might have, like, onset diabetes. I don't know. Your urethra is not particularly wide.
I'm sorry, is that the other Minotti we have on the line laughing there, or is that someone else?
No, that was
Jeff.
me.
Okay.
God.
What a knucklehead.
I was just listening to that. I go, what the fuck are you talking about? What? What?
He was so
Jesus
confident too, you know. That's the thing. Like he was like,
he was confident he shouldn't have said anything, and he did it anyway.
Yeah, when he was like, "Is this too
You
personal?"
don't owe these people anything, Mike.
But if you super chat $20 to ask about the hold, maybe that's a different story.
Yeah,
but I'm just saying.
Apparently, he'll do anything for money.
Ooh, okay. We need to bring it back a little bit. It was something wholesome that Nick Turbo submitted here.
Nick, what's my age again? Turbo says, have no questions today. Just want to tell Jeff I hope he loves his new house and position at Giant Bomb. I will be in the game mess no matter what. Oh, P.S. today is his birthday. Happy birthday, Nick Turbo.
Happy birthday, Nick. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to man. I should have learned how to play that on my thing. Let's see if I can just guess.
And a 1 and a 2. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
We're gonna get DMCA'd.
Happy birthday, Big Nicky. All
Nicky
right.
Nick. Happy birthday, you scrub. All right. Visualizer says also no question today.
The cute thing here is that as of this recording, tomorrow is also Nick Turbo's birthday, and that's why he submitted this clip. So hey, happy birthday again, Nick.
Happy birthday to you.
I don't have a tin whistle. I'm sorry, I can't back that up.
That's all right. That's all right. You know what some of these older clips are making me realize? I got used to Jeff's shorter hair a lot faster than I thought I would, and now the long hair looks weird.
It does.
Like, how did that happen?
It's almost like we realized how freaking scraggly it was the whole time.
God,
you look good nowadays, Jeff. Just want you to know that. This is when as mentioned in the clip, Jeff moved into the new house, and this setup was a little funny that they did for a few episodes here, where just Jeff in a very empty room with a much lower quality mic, making the best of things. But hey, still made some good shows. AJ, I don't know if you know this, but Mr. Michael Minotti gets got by people a lot, by Jeff, by the community, by his own brothers. Sometimes he just he sets himself up, you know, it's like T-ball, and sometimes you just gotta take the swing. Beef Hammer submitting Mind Goblin.
Next one here is from Beef Hammer. Says, happy November. Jeff checking his kids' Halloween candy for illicit Earthworm Jim Games grub.
Keep them away.
Mind Goblin Minotti.
What's Mind Goblin?
What is Mind Goblin?
Mind Goblin these nuts.
I'm not gonna make it.
Jeff is losing it.
I'm just being honest, Jeff. More like 68 and a half episodes.
I'll try. Okay.
This was episode 69, by the way. So nice. Good job there, Beef Hammer. Got his ass again. Anything to say on this one?
I like Cody Clements in the chat. I've never heard someone sound so defeated.
I know that's what had Jeff dying and what has us dying right now. I didn't bother going back through the episode either. I can't remember why. Mike just had like some kind of crazy week or something. He was already just like barely here. He's just like, yeah, I'm not gonna make it, dude. Okay. Nick, if I'm not mistaken, this was the second time, by the way. This was not the first time, as I recall. Okay, so moving on from this, AJ actually had a special request from Jeff. He said that because we are hosting the show and we are honorary Nintendogs, we both hosted the show before, co-hosted, he wanted a couple best of Shawn and AJ moments on here. And so I have a couple here that I pulled that people did submit. And so the first couple are going to be the best of Mike and AJ. The first one we have here is A World Without Video Game Reviewers, submitted by Jane.
Final question from One Up versus CPU. What if game review writers went on strike? Well, they don't have a union, so
Yeah.
then you have to go to YouTube for your reviews. So think about that.
Yeah, maybe I'd rather we did it. That's like Lionel Hutz. Like, imagine a world without lawyers and everybody's like dancing around happy. Imagine a world without video game reviewers. Ugh. No, we better not realize that people wouldn't miss us. We better keep this shit going. We're very important, actually. Our jobs really matter. Thank you. I'm gonna knock Jeff off his treadmill. What if I killed Jeff Grubb right now? Welcome my new permanent Nintendog, AJ Minotti. That's fantastic. All right. So that's it. That's it on that.
That's it.
So half the reason this is funny is to the audio listeners, this came through for the most part. I think AJ was gone at this point.
Oh yeah.
You lost it at this one.
That was a good pull on his part. That the Lionel Hutz reference there was
very good. Yes, I will point out that is a Simpsons reference I recognize as well too. So the other thing was the context for what you're saying about Jeff. This was when Jeff was away in New York, hence AJ being on a podcast, and Jeff had gone out drinking and then decided to hit the gym afterwards while listening to the podcast. And so Jeff was like, stop, I'm laughing so hard, I'm going to fall off the treadmill. We can always count on these two to keep things interesting. Then the other best of AJ clip we have, not specifically about you per se, but it's...
good.
Yeah,
I've never done anything embarrassing.
That's the thing. That's for us. It was more like just funny moments. It wasn't them, like being stupid with us. You were here for this one though. This is Tiny Beef, submitted by Bench JC.
Beefs of the Kingdom says, "Evening, Mike, 5'6", out of shape, balding, and in Nintendo Joe Minotti, and AJ 6'3", body of an Olympic athlete."
Who is this?
Beefs of the Kingdom.
Yeah. All right, Beef.
Hang on. I'm not done yet. AJ 6'3", body of an Olympic athlete, full head of hair, and not Nintendo Joe Minotti. I mean, if
write
you
down
say
his name.
So.
Jesus Christ. Where's my band? Where's my timeout button?
There's only an inch or two difference between us, I promise.
Thank you, AJ.
With speculation of new hardware in the next year, should Nintendo do what Seg can't? Shut up, I tried. Nintendo loves to try things that previously didn't work, so I propose an add-on, the Nintendo Switch DD. Should this be Nintendo's solution to extend the Switch's life?
No, you have a tiny dick.
No.
So there, huh? How about that? You had a stupid suggestion. You piece of shit. Next question.
They already tried that. It was Labo.
I got jokes. Next.
Great rapport we have here between Mike and stream moderator Beef Hammer.
All right, so I'm going to tell everyone a secret. So that reaction that you got from Mike, you want to know the best way to get it from him anytime he's talking to you? Because I do this all the time. Not on purpose. I'm just a rude asshole sometimes. So Mike go off and be like, "Hey, AJ, like, what's your favorite ride at Magic Kingdom?" And I'll be like, Space Mountain. And then I won't ask him what's yours, and he hates it. He hates it. Because he'll look at me, he's waiting for it, and I'm just off in my own world. He's like,
I can see that.
Ask me. I'm like, what? Oh yeah, sure, Mike. I don't want to tell you anymore.
That's also a Mike
thing. Energy
thing.
from Mike almost whenever you want.
Like, you little piece of... Oh man. All right, and then we have a few that are the best of Turbo Shawn. This first moment, that's me. This first moment here, the first two are the moments that I am definitely most known for in the community, shall we say. This first one here is one that I'm simply calling the Super Metroid incident.
Piece of shit.
Oh God. Oof. Man, I like.
There's a lot of answers, Mike. Oh my god, I just scrolled down.
Yeah, and Turbo Sean here wrote a short essay, and that's okay, but that's not what I'm upset at. I was hurt by the answer. He said, my most disappointing Nintendo game is Super Metroid.
What the fuck? I gotta time him out.
He says, calm down and hear me out. Mike,
I'm hovering.
All right, we'll read a bit of this here because I have to see what he's possibly thinking. As established on this very show, I don't remember. I feel like if he did, I must have ordered him then too. Oh, I'm a gigantic Metroid fan, so that's established. And unlike Other M, which was starting to look suspicious to me before release, I was let down by Super because it's been built up for years as not just the best Metroid game, but one of the greatest games ever by all you boomers. We are not boomers. We're millennials.
Mike, that's only something Boomer would say.
That's fine, but we're not boomers. I'm a little younger, so I grew up on the Game Boy Advance Metroids, which control so much more smoothly. When I finally got around to playing Super around a decade ago, I just found it slow and plodding. Oh man, I know this might be contentious, but I think the game could benefit from something like Zero Missions General Go in this direction hit system, considering how big the map is. Oh my, it's just, he goes on with this slander, Jeff. He just goes on.
Who does? I feel like he's not in chat anymore, so I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about.
He's going on to saying that that Mercury Steam should remake it. Yeah. Also, he says I too woke up and chose violence today. No, Turbo Sean, I love you're just wrong. Super Metroid's perfect.
There is no Turbo Sean. He's been let's see, putting time out for at least 10 minutes.
Good. Yes, sometimes that's what you get. I can understand. I feel bad because I do know that feeling of having this thing just built up forever, and then you play it and you don't like it as much as everybody else, and it feels so awkward. So I do understand, but it should not happen with Super Metroid.
Any thoughts, AJ?
Why do you gotta make me agree with him so vehemently? Because you're wrong. You're wrong. I mean, yeah, you could say they've taken this base and improved upon it, but come on, it's an incredible game.
This is me being on the record. This is the evidence to anyone who came into the community later. Never said it was bad. Just said I didn't think it was a 10 out of 10 game like people tend to say.
Disappointing. You can't say disappointing. Be like, I didn't say it was bad.
It was disappointing.
To use Mike's analogy, how was the steak? It was disappointing. They didn't say it was bad. It's just disappointing.
I mean, if you say that the steak is the greatest steak you're ever gonna have in your life, when the steak is just pretty good, it's I was expecting a little more.
I got a good steak at Outback. What did Mike just send me?
What did he just send you?
Sorry, he just texted me. He was like, "Did you get the super important pics I sent you?"
Is it PG? Can we show it on the show?
No, we can see it.
Beautiful. Absolutely. Hold on. Let me go back to the there we go. Absolutely wonderful.
He was ready for that echo, the Dolphin. That's where we all. Oh well.
Oh man. Anyways, I maintain Super Metroid, good game. Not as good as people say though. The reason this moment is included though, this is definitely the moment that solidified my place in the community, I would say.
It really did.
Because I became the guy who hates Super Metroid.
Yeah, it was the point where we still like him, but boy, he could be wrong about a lot.
Which is funny because I'm a huge Metroid fan. I love the series. I just think that excluding the first two games, Super Metroid's the worst one of the mainline ones. We're going to talk about Other M and Federation Force.
I like Jimmy Buffett, but that Margaritaville song's just aight.
We probably shouldn't talk about Jimmy Buffett. Next up is a moment that well, this is one of many moments, but for the sake of brevity, this is the one that I picked out. This is the other thing that I'm known for in the community. I'm just going to let it rock with no context.
Turbo Sean asks, so Mike, now that you've come around on Star Fox Assault, how big of a fan of Crystal are you? I mean, I'll tell you what, I think I maybe like Star Fox Assault in spite of Crystal.
They really lay it on thick with Crystal in that game. They're like, hey, she has human boobs. Did you see?
I know.
Did you see this?
Why is she still wearing her dinosaur planet outfit?
Bikini,
they didn't give her a spacesuit or something. I don't know.
I mean, you know why? It's for the fans. This is fan service.
I guess her like bizarre like English accent. She sounds like Bayonetta to me. I'm getting similar vibes.
Oh man, I want that mod with her in there instead of Okay.
Yeah. So look, I'll talk more about Star Fox Assault later because I did actually. I was surprised how much I did enjoy that.
So first of all,
go ahead, explain yourself, young man.
They did change her outfit, and that's what I find funny. Mike just thinks of her in the bikini outfit. He didn't realize
ingrained in his mind.
Exactly. He didn't realize that they literally did give her what he was asking for in a spacesuit. So I don't know what you're thinking about when you think about Crystal, Mike.
Let me pull up the. I mean, it's calling it a spacesuit. I'm just saying it's not pressurized. Okay. If there's a breach in the cockpit, she's in trouble. Okay.
It's more revealing than Slippy's outfit, you know? I'm just saying.
I don't know about that. Now listen, here's my question to you.
Yes.
Whenever a new Star Fox game happens, it could be tomorrow, it could be 10 years from now, and Crystal is in it, and they Lola Bunny her, and minimize the curves. Are you going to actually be upset?
I will be disappointed. I won't be mad. I'm gonna look at Miyamoto directly in the eyes when we get coffee. I'm gonna say, I'm disappointed, man.
This is your weak way of covering your actual opinion. I'm not mad. I'm disappointed. It's not bad. It's disappointing.
I mean, sometimes you're a concerned parent, and it's just like you could have done better. I'm not angry with you, but you could have done better, Shiggy. I'm just saying. But it's interesting that you bring up Crystal potentially being in our Star Fox, AJ, because I would like to present to the court the first piece of evidence against Michael Manai.
Now, one thing I'm disagreeing with a little bit here is the idea that we had to remake Star Fox 64 again, because, I mean, 0 already was that, and Star Fox 64 is itself a remake of 1. I do think we have to move beyond that. I think you have to put Crystal back in it, as much as I hate to say it, Jeff, or at least, move on beyond that.
Or at least as much as you want to pretend you hate to say it in public, right?
Look, Bull
got his ass. I've been holding on to that for over a year.
He's just advocating for continuity. That's all. That's all.
He's hiding it. He let it slip a little bit there. He doesn't want to admit.
He's way more of a Rouge
the
Bat guy. Yeah, couldn't get it out.
Oh, I can picture that. Do one of our callers have something to say about that? Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead. Explain yourselves.
He's trying.
I said more like continuity. Did you get that?
Thank you for clearing that up. Yeah,
thank you, Mike. Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate that.
I'm funny. All right, you're welcome.
Doesn't want to admit, but she's fine.
Why did I type in Crystal in Rouge into Google image search? That was a bad idea.
One of us. Okay, moving on. This is the last moment involving me. This is one that was submitted for the 50th. Actually, that we didn't do any clips for. It was just something that someone was talking about. But I would pull it up because I thought it was a funny little moment. This is the boys talking about Live Alive.
Playing soccer, V-Ball champ Bop says, "My dearest dogs, how we feeling on Live a Live?" Or is that Live Alive? Live Alive. It's a summer release I feel will be a sleeper hit. I'm pretty excited for it. Pennywise.
Thanks, Sean. It's pronounced, and then he just puts the name of the game in quotes.
Thank you. That really clears it up.
That was pretty good.
I can see in your face right now. You're still so proud of yourself.
I mean, it hit exactly how I wanted it to hit. What can I say? That was a solid joke. Okay. That's it for the last of the Nintendogs clips. But we have 2 bonus clips. Now, these are not from this show, but I'm making a couple exceptions because the people who submitted them were very passionate, and God knows if they'll ever be shown elsewhere. So the first one we have here is April Bamboozlement, submitted by Casual, who wrote in, listen, I know this is a game size clip. I spent 2 hours trying to find it, and I refused to go back. So let's see what Casual has for us here.
Jeff, we were having fun on Twitter, but to be clear, I don't really care that much if you don't like Aladdin for Genesis.
Yeah,
I mean, it has some problems. Yeah.
It's very reminiscent of those other Dave Perry shiny games to me, in my experience, where they all look amazing. And I was like,
Jeff,
they must be fun.
April fucking fools, you stupid donkey! What the hell is wrong with you? It is such a good game.
No, it's not.
It is by far the stupidest thing you have ever said. It is a fantastic 60. I don't even understand how you don't like it, because it's everything you like about old video games. It's just a very snappy,
kind of
very intuitive a little float. Oh God. 2D action platformer, very straightforward, very much a video game as a video game with those incredible graphics. This opinion must have been formed back when you were a Nintendo fanboy. That's the only reason I can possibly. I don't get it.
Recent. It was more recent than that.
What the hell? Aladdin for Genesis is fantastic. You're crazy. You're dumb. And look, all this people trying to bring in Aladdin SNES. That has nothing to do with it.
Has nothing to do with it. Correct. Nothing to do with it.
Yeah, it is good. It's good. I like the Genesis one better. Whatever. What he's saying is that he said it's a bad game, and that infuriates me. I am mad. But yes, I wanted to get that out of the way. I would say let's run a poll on if it's good or not, but I know how you operate, chat. I know what you're gonna do to me.
All right, let's go for it. That's a great idea.
And this little peek into Mike's tinfoil hat that the chat always votes against him.
I truly was like, what? Listen, I go, I can't believe he's gonna let him get away with this. He fights everybody on this, and then he made the drop, and it was pretty good.
I was listening to that, and I was like, character development. All right, Mike. All right, I see you. And then he hits us with the April Fools. I was like, I can't be mad. He got me good, just like he got Jeff good. Okay, and then the last one here. I needed to end with this. Leah submitted a clip for us, and she says it is without hyperbole. It is without hyperbole. What made me start listening, because I laughed so hard I couldn't breathe. Chat, I would like to present to you buttholes.
All right, let's create a poll.
Jeff, that's it for me. Did you have anything else to talk about? We've been doing this for 3 hours.
Yeah, buck up and drive. I put a tweet out, and really all you need to know is that tweet. Okay, no, there was one more thing. Mike, what do you mean they don't know where the buttholes go in Honey Pop?
Oh my God. Look, I'm just saying that in some of the pictures that you unlock from the matchery things, the hole for the butt.
Right, the butthole. The titular butthole, right.
It's too close to the vagina.
I mean, that's like, because like normally it's like.
I know it's pretty close. Look, trust me, I know. It's not that close.
Oh man, I have to find a way to name this episode "Where the Butthole Goes."
I can actually send you one of these pictures so you know what I'm talking about. Jeff, do I have your permission to send you this picture?
You have my consent, Mike.
To be clear, I'm going to send you this on Discord and not the work Slack.
Yes, of course. Yes, don't do that.
I'll show you. So wait, because I want to get your reactions to see if you agree with me.
Wait, hang on. Let me go here. Let me do this. Be right back thing. So. We're still here, but I'm gonna have stuff here that I'm not sure people can see. So.
Let's see. How am I Googling this? Let me Google this. I'm gonna figure this. Jesus Christ! I can't believe life has come to this, Jeff.
Yes, this is where we're at.
You're gonna agree with me. I just got
okay. I'm ready to wait. I'm ready to believe you. I'm ready to believe you.
Because now I'm literally looking up porn, so it's weird. Where do I have to go for this now?
Just Google search "honey pop buttholes too close" or "too far" or whatever it is.
Oh my God! I'm like, this is a lot. This is a lot. No, these are clothes. These are pictures of these girls wearing clothes still. This is okay. I think I'm close. I'm getting there.
And then
don't.
And then go back to live and make
that one is egregious. There's like a specific one.
Egregious butthole.
I mean,
you're like, people agree with you. I think I saw some people in chat like, "Yep, the buttholes are definitely in the weird
They
place."
know exactly what I'm talking about. These aren't high enough resolution. It's kind of hard to see.
Well,
also,
I accept only the highest resolution buttholes.
Oh God, I think I'm not wearing my glasses because they're kind of reflective. Okay,
that'd be a hell of a way to get like kicked off of YouTube.
Yeah, we're getting close now.
Okay, oh, wonderful. That's a great way to put that.
This is good. This is wait. Yes.
All right. Okay, you don't have to like be like yes.
Well, now
yes.
now maybe this one. Yes, this is a good example. This is the one that I was looking for. This has been a lot of build up for something that no one else here is going to see.
Yes, because they cannot. Oh, kids are freaking out too.
Yeah, don't let the kids see this, please.
No, they're upstairs. They're not gonna. Yeah, they won't see.
Yeah, because this is very explicit.
Oh, that's too close.
It's
that's
way
in the
too
wrong
close.
spot. Like they even drew the right spot. They even drew the right spot, and then they put it in the wrong spot.
Right? Like they put it. Like actually, if you click to, yeah, like it's completely wrong. It's no.
It's like they put it in that's far too close. That's like that's not. You can't do the shocker then. That's all. It's all broken. All right, everybody. This has been Game Street Decides. I'm hitting the button.
This is all Rachel's fault. This isn't me.
Yeah,
I didn't start any of this.
If you don't know why we're talking about this in the Game of the Year episode, you gotta go listen to that. The second Game of the Year episode. All right, Mike. Tell people where they can find you on the internet other than playing Honey Pop.
You find me as a broken mess in my bedroom.
I want to know what this picture was.
Well, let me just tell you, if you look hard enough, you can find it, AJ. Don't you worry. Okay.
Have to look that hard.
Couple things. Yes, this was when the show was Games Beat Decides. So yes, Mike did have to work around a few things here. Second of all,
yes, Nick, our mother's very proud of all her children. Some of us more than others.
Man has to blame Rachel. What the hell, man? I'll just do her dirty like that. No, to anyone who doesn't know the context, Rachel brought up Honey Pop 2 for their Game of the Year discussion back at GamesBeat, and apparently it was Mike was just thinking ever since about the buttholes being in the wrong spot in all the lewd artwork you unlock.
I like the search for an egregious butthole.
Needless to say, this, if anyone's wondering, is why Honey Pop, of all things, is a running gag in our community. Whew. That's all I got, AJ. We made it.
Oh my god. What a bunch of weirdos.
What a bunch of fucking weirdos.
I need that gif of Sammy Evil coming out. You are all weirdos.
Thanks, Mike. Yes,
we make sure there aren't any more super chats. Yeah.
No, I got an eye on.
I believe in you guys. Thank
you. Thank you.
Are you? Is that you saying you're leaving?
Oh, I don't know. I'm walking around Disneyland right now. I'll be here. I'm listening. Don't
worry.
He
is listening to us talk, or listen to us, listen to you talk about buttholes and stuff.
Yeah. Clearly.
We do not have any more super chats that have come in yet. If anyone does want to still send one in, we will get to it before the end of the show.
As a reminder, everyone, this is always the time to ask about embarrassing questions about Michael's past. Well,
that's true.
Guys, don't worry. Your super chat money still goes to me and Jeff. They're not getting a penny of it. Don't be afraid to send them. It's okay.
I'm just gonna beat him up and take it.
This is a bad show. It's a bad podcast. After listening to all that, I've decided it's a bad show.
Yes, as you said, I believe 3 times during the clip show.
I think I was on to something. It's bad. But thanks for doing this, guys. I appreciate it.
Of course.
No problem.
But hey, the show ain't over yet. The B tier dogs still have to rule the roost for a little bit here. So we're getting the show like we always do.
A little more credit than that.
I mean, I want to get fired. Since we survived.
So yeah.
AJ, what have you been playing, man?
Just like everyone else playing that Tears of the Kingdom. I fall into that trap, and I need to start mainlining it a bit. I haven't even done the second temple yet, because
me neither.
It's so easy, this game, to like go there towards it, and you're like, oh wait, there's a shrine over there, and I have 3 of the orbs, so I might as well go get that 4th one. Then you like do that shrine, you're like, oh, like I think I can get up on top of this thing. Oh, look, one of the blocks just fell from the sky. Let me rewind time and go up there. Oh, look, I think I can like build a plane and fly over there. And oh, look, there's a big rock golem, so I'm gonna fight that. And oh, this dispenser gives me the control rods finally, so now I can build something and fly on the other side of the map. And then next thing you know, it's been like 12 hours and you haven't done anything. It's an incredible game. It's really astounding. It's really astounding. It's funny because I generally don't like building in games. Like Banjo-Kazooie, Nuts and Bolts did nothing for me. I really didn't like the whole building component of Fallout 4. I can't get into Minecraft. But for whatever reason, it just works in this game. I don't know what they did to make it work so well.
I think it's just the simplicity. You're like, I want to stick this thing here, and it just sticks there, you know. Like,
but there's a logic to like how all these pieces work that actually makes sense. Like everything more or less works the way I expect it to. Right. I still have that gamer habit where like before I try to build some contraption like fly off a cliff, I save just in case like I don't want to die because like like this like didn't fly the way I was expecting. But most of the time it like does what I wanted. I'm like, this is incredible. Like that this just happened. I built this weird machine and it's working.
Yeah, no, it's an amazing game. I'm with you. I haven't gone super far in it because I did beat the first temple. I went to like most people, I went to the Rito area first. Because you know that's where the game directs you. I've sort of been letting the game. I actually like this balance here, and we'll in the community we're actually going to get more into some of this stuff at the end of the month for our game club discussion. We're doing Tears of the Kingdom. We're doing a 2-month game club period, so that'll be at the end of June that we'll be talking more about. So I'll share more of my thoughts on this then. But there are certain things that I definitely like better about Breath of the Wild, and I'm only like, you know, a quarter of the way through the game. This could change at any second. Right now, I do like how Breath of the Wild is this like lonely survival game, a bit more than Tears of the Kingdom, which is just there's so much to do. There is so much to do. And just the way I play games, it almost feels like I'm overwhelmed a bit. Like I'm not doing everything that I want to do if I don't go to this shrine. Like it's the piece of candy thing where it's like I want to go here, I want to go here. I see this. I place my markers with the Pura pad, and so I'm like 30 hours into the game, and yeah, like you, I haven't even done a second temple yet because like I want to get there, and I've gotten to the area. I just haven't done it because I'm like, there's a temple over here and a temple over here, and there's a what is that? That's not even a temple, but it's like glowing. What I should check that thing out. And
well, and I had this bad habit with a lot of games where I tell myself like, okay, I'm only playing for like 30 or 45 minutes or something because I got like some time to myself before bed or the kids are doing something outside. So I don't want to like go do the temple now because I may not finish it. I kind of want to do that one shot. So I'm going to do all this other stuff. But then I end up playing for 2 hours, and I could have done the temple.
Exactly.
I do that like I would do that with like Dungeons World of Warcraft, where like I wouldn't do dungeons because I didn't think I had time, and then I play for 2 or 3 hours and I could have done it. So I have that issue. But the problem is like I'm just having too much fun to even care. Like it doesn't bother me that I haven't progressed that way because I'm just enjoying the game. One of the things I said last time I was on this show before the game came out, that my one potential concern was that it could feel samey because it's the same map. That actually turned out to be one of my favorite features of the game.
Yeah.
Because for me, it's very fun to return to these places that I recognize and see how they've evolved, what's changed in the world. Meet the same characters. It's fun when you meet the characters who do actually recognize you and they react to your presence, and you kind of find out what's been going on in the years between the games. Like that's actually super compelling to me. So yeah, this game's just it astounds me. It really is incredible. You know, especially because when it was first announced, we did think it was gonna be this smaller Majora's Mask-ish kind of like, oh, we just farted this out because we made all these assets and we just need to use them again. And it's way beyond that. It's really something.
Yeah, I mean, I'll say I was even in the opposite direction. I was like, knowing what they did with Breath of the Wild, I'm sure they will have a nice big game for us. And even I was blown away. Even my expectations were completely shattered by, because I was actually talking to Jeff about this when we were first playing the game. Like they basically made 3 independent Hyrules with the different levels of the game, as in you know, sky, ground, and the depths. like it did. I guess it kind of adds up to 2, like because the above and below are kind of halves that equal a whole. But let's not count at all. But it is incredible how much more there is to this game. How much they changed, which again, like I said, for me right now is for better and for worse. Like there are things that I miss about the Sheikah Slate lineup. Like I miss Stasis. Stasis was so cool. I love doing like wonky physics stuff with that. But at the same time, Ultra Hand is incredible. The fuse mechanic is fantastic. Like there's a lot to love in this game. And so that's why personally I'm saying like I'm not even saying it's better or worse necessarily. It is just different feeling to me. But that's also something where we'll see once we get further.
I feel like I'd have a hard time going back to Breath of the Wild personally. Right. Like 10 years from now, if I'm like, oh, I like remember that open world period of Zelda, I want to go back to that and like fire it up on my emulator. I'm probably just gonna go to Tears of the Kingdom.
Right. Yeah, and I'd imagine most people will. Like Breath of the Wild will still hold a place in my heart because the vibes are so different. I'm the kind of person who just always loved those vibes, and I didn't have any problems with the game, and I still don't. But I fully recognize that Tears of the Kingdom is, for most people, going to be just a massive improvement. And I'm glad that they made those improvements. I think what they're doing with the story is fantastic. I think the way they're presenting it is really good. I am one of the people who's kind of miffed that, like, you get the Dragon Tears of the Dragon, whatever it's called. You can't get them out of order. That bugs me a little bit because unlike the memories where it made sense for Link's memories to be like flooding back like out of order because he has amnesia, this one's a little bit more like, yeah, technically with the way
I guess I wouldn't mind it if they took a little bit of editorial ownership and like it didn't matter what order you grab them in, it just played in sequence.
Right.
That maybe would have been the right call, but again, it's nothing game breaking or anything. Yeah,
exactly. It's such a minor thing. Sully's saying in the chat that they got something that was like pretty spoilery early on by getting one of those out of order. And yeah, I got one of those where I was like, who are these people? Why did this big thing
it can be a little
happen?
confusing.
Yeah, and so but again, these are like nitpicks. This game is still amazing. Right. Like you can tell, but just by the way we're talking about, we love this game. It is incredible. And I've been too busy to play with other stuff, frankly, to play too much more of it. But I'm gonna get back to it now. It's some other stuff. Calm down a little. You playing anything else related to Nintendo in particular? Or?
To Nintendo, not so much.
Nah. You been on Diablo 4 or anything?
I've been Diablo 4ing hard.
Yeah, I bet.
This is the thing that's been slowing down my progress in Tears of the Kingdom last week. So I did do the edition that got me the early access. I've been playing since last Thursday, and oh boy, do I like Diablo 4. So to give you a little bit of my history with the franchise. So when Diablo 2 came out back in 2000, my best friend in high school and I devoured that game. We played it for 2 years straight through high school. Never the same characters. He was a bard, I was a paladin. Still playing, still grinding, finding items, telling each other about it, getting excited about it. It was just our game. And Diablo 3 super fun. I liked it a lot, especially once the expansion came out, that kind of righted the ship on that game. But it never quite had the same vibe. It was a little faster, a little too it was all about just like giant AoE clears and just blowing up everything in sight, which was cool. But it didn't quite have that same feel that 2 did, which I was reminded of when 2 Remastered came out. So this game hews much closer to 2, not only in tone, but just the pace. I think is much closer to 2, while still feeling more modern. Like 2 could have some kind of downtime, like you couldn't even sprint all the time. Now that's not an issue in this one. But yeah, just all the vibes I'm getting from it, just hitting just right. It's the game I want to be playing right now. It's hitting a very nice, comfy spot where I can just kick back at my desk. I've been playing primarily on controller, even though I have the mouse and keyboard in front of me. The controller just works that well because I'm also playing it on my Steam Deck, where it plays very well too. And I don't want to have to learn like 2 sets of muscle memory for my character. I guess I may as well just stick to controller and just have it all be the same. I'm playing a druid. I'm doing like a companion build. So I got wolves and creeping vines and birds following me, which is very cool. And I'm about 3/4 of the way through Act 3 right now. I'm level 42. So I put some time into this one. Took some time off work once I knew the servers were stable, which rock solid launch. There was a little bit of issues last night with the official launch, but compared to some other games, including Diablo 3, very, very smooth, all things considered. So,
right.
Yeah, if you've ever liked Diablo, or if you're an old school Blizzard fan, this is like the most I've felt like an old school Blizzard game where like this is the Blizzard that we all loved, could do no wrong. Their games were like super polished, everything was good. Like this takes you back to that mindset. So maybe this is a boomer game in a way, with this audience.
Maybe that's for the best, though. Maybe that's what it needs to be.
I think, yeah, because like, you go on the Reddit, and everyone's complaining, it should be faster. It should do this. It should do this like Path of Exile. It should do this like PoE. I think they just want to play PoE. Just go do that. Like this is not PoE. This is Diablo, and this is what it's doing, and it's very good. Also, if you are playing, I think Mike mentioned it on Game Mess. We have the clan.
Yes,
it's just a joke name that Chris actually came up with it for Diablo Immortal, but Fat Goobers 2, PhatGoobers
Fat Goobers was taken.
2. Yes, Fat Goobers was taken, so we had to do Fat Goobers 2. That's turned into the official Game Mess / Giant Bomb clan, apparently, that I'm the leader of because Mike wasn't playing at the time. So I promise I'll approve. Yeah, I'll approve your application as quickly as I can. I don't know what clans do in the game yet, but we have one. It's pretty big right now. But yeah, it's real good. I like it a lot.
Nice, good to hear. I'm not a Diablo guy, so I don't have anything to add on that. But from everything I've heard,
because 2 Remastered did find its way to Switch, but this one did not get a Switch release thus far.
Right, maybe on some future hardware or something it could.
Maybe.
I'm glad that people are enjoying it. On my side of things,
tell me about that now that it's out and you're the guy to tell us about it. Tell us all about Street Fighter 6.
Street Fighter 6, that game is freaking awesome. I'm very happy with it. It's the Street Fighter game that I wanted right now. It reminds me a lot of why I love playing that series in particular. It's kind of my fighting game series, and there's other games I go to more often. And it's because it just feels good to play. Like Street Fighter just always feels good to play. It feels snappy. It feels like there's a character for everyone. And 6 just gives people more player expression than ever. And it has a lot of very good accessibility things in there. The modern controls and even dynamic controls. I saw someone mention they were playing with their like 6-year-old kid or whatever, who's just on the dynamic controls. He can still move around and everything, but then like the attacking is basically done by just button mashing. But that means that, people can get in and play. You can't go online with it because that would be kind of broken. But like with the modern controls, modern controls are a revamp of it that gets more people in. I love that. Someone's asking in chat who's my main. I'm a Ryu main in every Street Fighter. I just like, I'm very much a master the basics kind of guy. But this is a game where I want to look at our characters because they all seem so cool. I want to try out Cammy. I want to try out Mano, one of the new characters. They all seem so cool, and I'm very excited.
I want to try out Cammy too.
I bet you do, Mike.
Go back to Disneyland. You're grounded.
Go back. Go back to the host hole, Mike. Get out of here. It's very good. There's something for everyone. The World Tour mode.
Yeah, I just dipped my toe into the World Tour mode.
There you go.
Made my character and kind of got through the intro part, which it's a slick way of doing single player. Like I'm glad they're not trying to compete with Mortal Kombat and NetherRealm in that regard. They found their own thing that seems to work. So I've barely scratched the surface on this game. I do intend to spend more time again. Diablo 4.
Right.
The early access really kind of screwed my timing plans of the originally announced release dates for all these games. Like, I have a week with Street Fighter 4 Diablo. Oh, never mind. But also, again, playing this on my PC and everything, it looks really, really good. It's a very attractive game. Kind of like what they said last week on Game Mess, where it's very bright, it's vibrant, everyone's having a good time, even though they're functionally just beating the crap out of each other. Like it has what I call summer game vibes.
Yes,
and it's a good time for that. Where it just no matter the stage or the setting, everything just feels very like festival kind of.
And there literally is just a very like bright and glowing UI and everything, like sort of like
right.
Capcom's back, man. That's awesome, and
that's what I said. I think I tweeted this when the game came out, and and I think they're announcing some Monster Hunter stuff at the time too. And it's like it's fun to be back in a world where Capcom is good again.
Yes.
Like, Capcom says we're doing this thing. You go, well, that's going to be great. Let's do it. Like,
exactly.
Capcom could do no wrong right now.
Yeah, like we can count on them.
That's a good state.
Yeah,
exactly.
I'll just close this segment by saying, if you're the kind of person who's like, I don't play fighting games, I'm bad at fighting games. If you've been looking at what you've seen in Street Fighter 6, you're like, but this one looks really good. This does have something for everyone. World Tour is like a single player, like Yakuza, like you have the Battle Hub where you can hang out with your friends and other people. You have Training Ground where you can get good. You can go into training mode or like hit up the online matches. There is something for everyone. And if you just get to have some fun with your friends, even, I think you'll find that's a really fun time. And so I'm really happy.
That's something I really want to invest a little bit into the training mode, because I do like that idea that it teaches you like here's how to do a Hadouken, sure, but like here's why to do a Hadouken.
Exactly. This game has a very good training mode. So if you've ever been thrown off by like the game not teaching you enough in the past, it has multiple layers too. It'll have the basic stuff, but also have intermediate stuff and even advanced, which will like teach you setups and stuff at a high level. And they even teach you
I need
stuff.
to figure out like before I get into that, like who's going to be my main. I guess that's why I figure I'll play like World Tour and like try all the characters that way.
Right, and World Tour, this is the thing.
It's
it's not just throwaway single player content. It also teaches new players stuff. Like it teaches you how to whiff punish, because like characters will glow when they do something that's not going to hit you. That's the game teaching you, hey, they're doing something that's unsafe, go in and attack them. Punishing, as we call it. The game is actively teaching people this kind of stuff, and that's genius. Cool. Yeah.
See, more games need to do that. Like I've always said, like it's weird to me that Madden doesn't have something like that. Like right. I watch American football, I know the game more or less, but like I don't know a nickel, a dime. I mean, I could Google it at this point, but like when I was a kid, I didn't know what that meant, and the game doesn't tell you.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I just, what's Madden say? I'll just run that play over and over, I guess. Yeah. So it's cool to see that they actually put some, because they know at this point you're just gonna YouTube it. They may as well put it in the game.
Yeah, and they literally put videos in showing you how to do it and everything. So yeah, they just get it. One last thing, the reason I haven't been playing Tears of the Kingdom, actually, besides Street Fighter 6 taking up all my time, is the Pokemon TCG. As I mentioned earlier in the show, I am a competitive player. I go to tournaments and stuff. Since the pandemic, haven't been able to do much of that, but tournaments are back now. And so I traveled to one down in Milwaukee over the weekend, hometown, represent, and had a great time playing this, everyone. I was playing on TCG Live. That's why I haven't been able to play other games. I was just, grinding matches in that. But I had a fun time. People were asking me in my Twitch chat and everything before I went, if I think I'm going to do good and, hey, good luck and everything. I kind of got blown out just a little bit. The nature of a card game, sometimes RNG is against you. And the two losses that I got that basically set me up to losing a tournament, or getting knocked out of the tournament, I should say, I just drew very poorly. I couldn't do anything with it. It's like, well, sometimes that's what happens with a card game, right? I did want to show off a couple things real quick, though. Hold on.
Ooh, what do you got? Oh boy, show and tell time.
Hell yeah. Where is it?
This is where all the impressive stuff comes out. Everyone, pay attention. Your mind's gonna be blown. So many Pokemon.
Is, first of all, for the people viewing on YouTube, check out my sick crystal shirt. Yeah.
Yeah, it's sick, all right. Sicko.
Jesus, Shawn. Jesus, this is a family show.
I had to keep it on brand, man. What do you want from me?
There are standards here, okay?
Last time I was on the show, I did my nostalgia corner where I show off my Nintendo powers. This time I'm just gonna do a quick pickups segment. I just got two things I want to show off. I got this little adorable winking Glaceon plushie. It kind of looks like a little bunny rabbit with the way it's posed and everything.
Wrong camera, Shawn.
For them, it's the right camera. For you, it's the wrong one.
Go to your. There you go.
There you go.
There it is.
Yeah, it's adorable, ain't it? Yeah.
That's winking at me.
Yeah. And then I spent a bit too much money. I'll show the chat first on a card that I got here. Let me see if I can get to focus. Grubb, you gotta stare directly into. All right, you know what? That's the best we're gonna get. A Lusamine card, because I'm big into Pokemon Sun and Moon. So there you go, AJ. You should be able to see it now.
Is that a good thing?
She's very neat. I like her as a character. and I spent way too much money getting that card.
Is this like having a Black Lotus?
It for me, yes, it is.
Okay.
There you go.
Personal Black Lotus. There you go.
But yeah, those are my major pickups because I won't spend too much money. But yeah, I had fun time doing that, and that is Nintendo related. So there you go, connected it all back together. All right.
Nice.
Well, that being said, I think it's about time we got out of here. So, AJ, why don't you tell the people where they can find you on the internet?
Yeah, you could find me on Twitter. I'm at AjGuy, and you can check out 90s Disney, which is the 90s Disney themed podcast I do with Mike and our brother Chris. We just had an episode go up this month on Fantasmic, the nighttime spectacular, where recently in Disneyland, the dragon caught fire and burned to the ground. So check out that show. We actually just had our 4-year anniversary on it, and it's been growing and growing. So I know a lot
Last
of
stage right now. I'm in line for Pirates of the Caribbean.
How about that? So I know a lot of you guys have been listening to the show. We really appreciate it. Sean, how about you?
You can find me on Twitter at TurboSean_, on Twitch as TurboSean. And hey, follow Giant Bomb on Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram. I've been posting some funny little edits I do for them a few times a week. And so I'd appreciate people checking those out, sharing those around, because keep me employed over there. Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, too.
100 episodes. They did it. Oh, my God.
Wow, I'd much rather be at Disneyland to do this show.
Yeah. It's a blast. I'm Mike Minotti, and this is our show.
No, I'm Mike Minotti. This is my show.
Now, I'm Mike Minotti, and this is my show.
Now, I'm Mike Minotti, and this is my show.
Damn, boy, were you just frying chicken in there?
Tony Khan will pay for his crimes!
Okay, we're gonna cut the live stream for YouTube. Thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks for watching M100.
That's a real good ending. I'm proud of that.
Fat ass white girl.
Thank you,
Take
Jeff.
care.
Appreciate